Alright, hello, and how utterly fitting it is that I should open Being Alive on this stream with the, I'm pretty sure it's the ending theme from, the credits theme from the AM2R soundtrack. Which I'm forced to assume because I can't immediately verify off the top whether or not that's the case, that basically a derivative of the same kind of melody from the original game. The original Metroid 2, that is. Fun fact, I've had the 3DS remake of Metroid 2 for quite a long time now, and yet I have not bothered to finish it. Look, there's a lot of 3DS games that I actually got and that never bothered to finish. Well, maybe not that many, but certainly. And then there's other 3DS games which I put like a shit ton of time into, like, but then again, those games don't really necessarily have an ending. I'm pretty much saying that in a way that doesn't make sense off the top, but well, the games I'm talking about are Hyrule Warriors 3DS version, which is I don't remember if it had a different name, like a subtitle, because you know how you have you know, the original Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, and then the Switch one is called Definitive Edition because it has all the content from all the other versions. I don't remember if the what do you call it, the 3DS one had like a special subtitle. I'm fairly sure it did, but hey, the song ended, which gives me a perfect excuse to shut the fuck up about that kind of completely unrelated to the stream thing and switch over to the game, which I'm pretty sure I haven't used OBS or anything else in the meantime, time being. The meantime being when I last streamed and now, but oh boy. Apparently the meantime is also the meantime between when I open the game and the switch between the toggle between the microphone being on and off, and OBS decides to stop lagging and actually respond. Right. And now we're coming back to Iceborne here again. This is pretty much my exclusive game that I'm gonna be streaming for well, the centuries of centuries until I am done with at least the plot in it, like I said. Go ahead and turn the volume up again, because yeah, I've been playing quite a lot of this game off screen. And so pretty much like doing other stuff in the background, or listening, or looking at other stuff in the background. A lot of the time while I was doing that, but now it's time to actually do plot stuff again. You might notice too that I actually updated my armor. No longer have a monkey on my head, which is a shame, but hey, if I can unlock that as layered armor eventually, I'll definitely go back to that. But hey, I'm actually wearing layered armor right now because well, I'll get to this in a second when the game actually loads. I think I pretty much, yeah, I did change pretty much every single piece of my gear between when I was last on screen, on stream, and right now.
Even the name sounds dangerous.
And yeah, I keep hearing about Black Veil Valhazak, even though we pretty much left off the last time I streamed that right when that assignment got unlocked, and I still haven't done it, so still have not actually done any plot progression off screen, but I have done a lot of grinding and other optional stuff progression. So let's see what we got. We got the Narakuga bracers, which I don't remember if I unlocked before on stream. I don't think I did. We got the Tigrex chest. We got the like futuristic robot belt thingy. We got Black Garum trousers, and you can't actually see it, but because I'm wearing layer armor, because it's kind of a better look, I think. I can take it off for a second. But I got the Seething Bale Goose helm, which is which looks like that, and it gives me earplugs, 2 level 2 base earplugs, and I think something else as well. Let's see. I can check the equipment right now. That's pretty much the main reason, well, that and the fact that it was like it's one of the higher base damage armor pieces you can have at this point. I got 821 defense with my defense charm, which I have for pretty much every hunt at this point. It gives you level 3 earplugs, I don't know if that's just from the helm itself or if it's also from one of the jewels, because let's see, you got earplug and health boost. No, I'm pretty sure it gives you earplugs level 2 and the extra level is from a jewel, but it also gives you fast attack, which is nice. I haven't really been making use of that, to be perfectly honest. I haven't really been using any new or any weapons at all really that had the blast element. Apparently though I am noticing, much to my rather intermittent, not too big of a deal, but certainly noticeable distress, that yeah, apparently the microphone toggle is going to be a bit laggy. I don't know how that translates to my actual mic output, but hey, whatever. Guess I'll just knock on wood, but yes. We got upgraded armor, we got higher base armor, and I just wanted to go for stuff that would give me earplugs, because I mean this pretty much gives me 3 out of 5, and where do I get the rest from? From like the Tigrex one, I think. Yeah, earplugs level 2 to top that off, because I actually upgraded my armor to a slightly higher level for a bit and went without earplugs for a while, and kinda hated it, so went right back to a build that would let me use maxed out earplugs. But let's see what else we got. Apparently there's a delivery we can complete, because, oh yeah, I went ahead and hunted a few more of these Master Rank Elder Dragons. I see a few more of these as if I had done any of that on stream, but not yet. I'm pretty sure that, well, pretty much only Volcana, but beyond that are the ones that are like, carried over from regular high rank. I think Black Veil Valhazak, that's not even like from, you know, vanilla, but regular Valhazak is from vanilla, but I went ahead and did a quest to kill Master Rank Teostra and a quest to kill Master Rank Oshella, and that's where I got these materials from, so I guess I'm gonna use them for this first. I'll be using them for anything else. I could also use this, probably will. A 3 Conqueror Seal, because Conqueror Seal is the Master Rank version of like the Commendation, High Commendation. Get it from killing Elder Dragons, so pretty sure we're gonna be getting one more of those probably from killing Black Veil Valhazak. I might as well go ahead and, you know, strike all the irons out and what other message did I get, and be as efficient as possible. Oh wait, the Steamworks is full, but I don't think I'm gonna be going back to that right now just yet. Speaking of Black Veil Valhazak, I think I'm gonna be doing a slight adjustment to my skills, my decorations, because pretty much one thing that I've guessed so far is that well, this is a complete guess, but yes, but recovery up stat from strong health, I guess, I can do without that. I am guessing that Black Veil Valhazak will what do you call it? It will attack with effluvium, just like regular Valhazak, so I'll swap out this jewel for a miasma jewel, which gives me 2 of that ability, and I just need to replace like one of these level 1 just with another regular miasma jewel so that I can max that out. But first, let's see. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect. I'm going to, instead of having a double element dual blades with poison and fire, I'm going to see if I can go for a straight fire. I guess Anja Twin Reapers go for this. Fire weapon, which doesn't have any deco slots, does it? Nope. I'm gonna have to get that extra decoration into something else. We can replace what? Grinder Jewel, I guess. I think I can do without one of these extra Grinder Jewels for one quest, probably. It probably won't kill me, but you know, watch as that turns out to be the X factor that makes me cart for the final time in this quest, but I hope that doesn't happen. One, and now we have level 3 Effluvia Resistance, which means that... or we should. 1 and +4, but yeah, equipped skills should be level 3 thirds. Prevents effluvial buildup, which means that we don't have to bring any nullberries or anything to get cured of the defense down nonsense that Valhazak has, but Let me see. Guess I'm gonna do the same kind of loadout that I do for regular Valhazak for this, which is bring Temporal Mantle and bring the Health Booster, which is upgraded. I might actually do a couple of these optional quests, or at least one of them. the one star Master Run quest that I haven't done yet. It's optional for upgrading the Vitality Mantle. I'd do that quest after this. But for now, let's see. Currently going to the Ancient Forest. It has what appear to be spores growing along its body. And I guess one more thing that I should probably mention now, might as well, is that I kept complaining in my earlier streams about how the, what's it called? The Smart Hunter overlay, which lets you see a bunch of details like monster health bar, like team damage, and the timers for a bunch of stuff, and monster body bar health, and a bunch of extra details. That doesn't work with Iceborne because it hasn't been updated yet. But turns out there is another overlay called Hello World. That does basically the same functionality. It's not as clean. I still would refer to Smart Hunter, but Hello World does work with PC Iceborne currently, so I've been using that for my off-screen grinding, but don't have it active right now because I guess I'm just not going to have it active while I'm streaming this, because I don't want to have it active for when I'm doing like new content blind. So, which is, you know, most what these streams are pretty much for, so I think I'm just gonna not have that turned on while I'm streaming this game. Maybe in the future if I, for some reason, come back to this well after I'm done with the plot and I just wanna grind, but I don't know if that'll happen. Might. Pretty sure they're gonna have a festival for this in just like a week or two. So maybe I'll come back to this game briefly on stream for that, but who knows. But no, right now we're just gonna go do this assignment. Let's go after Blackveil Valhazak. Valhazak has shown up in the Ancient Forest. Reports state that something is off about it. What's he doing outside the Veil? What's the effect of the effluvium gonna be, even though, you know, it's not in the Veil where all the effluvium is. Are there gonna be effluvium afflicted Jagras in this quest? I guess we'll find out. Just do regular defense boost with Splatter and you know, one other skill that I have with this Tigrex chest armor is the Remeal skill, which is not really that reliable, but it has managed to save me a couple of these max potions, now that makes a huge difference as I've, you know, said time and again. Since I have so many max potions just from playing the Steamworks minigame. Now let's go and actually do new content for once. Pretty sure these loading screens are the time when the game gets the laggiest, which makes sense. I wonder where it could be. Well, we're gonna find out today. Something else that I noticed too is that apparently doing the seething basil juice hunt also gave me investigations for another new monster that never fought on screen or off screen. It's apparently the Savage Devil Joe. So if I wanted, I could just like a sequence break a little bit and go and do an investigation for that and fight it by myself, but I'll go ahead and use a tailwater signal now as well. Let's recruit some help. Rock trappers saw the tailwater signal and came running. Gonna be in the Jagras lair. But yeah, apparently I don't know if the plot is gonna require me to hunt Savage Devil Joe, but apparently I have that option right now. Yeah, apparently I was joking about the effluvium Jagras, but apparently I was on point. And the all these sweet research points. Oh, and Nargiganta thorns. I get the feeling those aren't gonna be track for Valhazak though. Nope. Those are just there for effect, I guess. They don't actually do anything other than give you more research points. It's gonna be right here. The feeling that we've followed along long enough that it's probably gonna be in this cave. Be pretty fitting. Valhazak to show up. Come on. I'll get one more truck. Well, never mind. I wanted to get one more truck so that I could fill up that bar, but I guess it was not to be. Let's see what we got. I'll turn up the volume a little bit on my end. A wandering Valhazak speaks for the trees. Well, apparently these Murnos, I'm pretty sure the Murnos are generally very docile, they don't even attack you. And they also get high of the effluvium, just like the Barnos, I think they are in the Rotten Vale. And they attack you, that's not good. Can't see, it doesn't really seem to have any kind of exposed eye, but... Like a... kind of reminds me of that Resident Evil Revelations character. That her whole gimmick is avatar appearance, isn't it? She's got hair covering her eyes. At yourself, oh boy. Oh. We did it, we filled it out. Apparently it didn't even become aggressive. Right away. Right, let's... I'm going to assume that this thing has more or less the same health as the other Master Rank Elder Dragons that I've been fighting, which is like... oh shit. Which is about 30k or something like that. It's got, you know, something that I've definitely been able to confirm while fighting Master Rank Elder Dragons. That's kind of interesting. Yes, that, they are actually harder, in a technical sense, they are technically harder than the Arch-Tempered from higher rank elves. Because you have, you know, you actually have properly scaled gear when you're fighting these ones. It's not fucking fake difficulty painful every single time you're fighting them. That's nice. I'm seeing now too that this version of Valhazak doesn't... oh boy. It's definitely got a few different moves. I'm sure that it did the vape laser that regular Valhazak does earlier. But I do notice that it has the same music as regular Valhazak. It's interesting. I wonder if I should try it like, what's it called? Okay, yeah, apparently this move rate backs off, which is pretty underhanded, that's not like a motion that usually counts regularly. Pretty sure that's just the vape laser. It doesn't look any different from regular Valhazak's vape laser. It's got new and exciting moves, like... well, that's not a new move, technically. Regular Valhazak has that move too. Could use a health booster, I don't know if... wait, what the fuck? I'm sure I took off the mantle, there you go. Okay, that's... wasn't even focusing on that because I was looking at the minute. Looks like that's a new move, alright. I wonder if, like very many of these moves are kind of geared towards... what do you call it? Toward inflicting effluvium, because I'm kind of immune to that, but still taking vape damage, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna back off here for a bit, because I am actually taking a pretty fair amount of damage just from standing near this dude. Oh look, old footprint. I'll take that. I don't know if he's gonna actually follow me to the... apparently he will, okay. I don't really want to be within line of sight and not be right next to him. Oh yeah. I know exactly where this is and I don't like it. Is he gonna follow me in here? That's a question. If he fires a vape laser now, will he be able to hit me with that? There's also the question. Hold on. I'm gonna put the health booster right here, fuck it. I'm just doing the flying, hovering attack now. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that. Okay, I think he's gonna do the vape laser. I don't know if it's gonna be able to hit me back here. I guess that's a no. Honestly, I don't know if that goes through, what do you call it? That goes through walls and solid stuff. Here. Maybe I should also have packed the Fluvial Expert because I'm actually taking quite a lot of damage just from standing near the dude. That's not fun, what the fuck? Why is this whole thing coated in that? This whole area. I can't go back over there to where the health booster is because this dude's in the way. Wonder if I'm gonna survive this. I don't know if I'm gonna survive this. That's where the health booster... nope. That's unfortunate, so... apparently... taking taking a fluvial expert with you as well might actually be a good idea. Maybe I should have packed that. I don't think I have any jewels that let me get those. So it would have to either be like a piece of armor or a charm, which I don't know if I want to give up this charm for that. Like, do I have any charms that even give me a fluvial expert? I don't think I do, that's the thing. I'm gonna have to like... I have one that gives you full fluvial resistance, but I already got that sorted out with my decos, so... I'm sure that if I'm going to prevail here, I need to find some kind of way to make this work without that, without the... I'm just gonna have to account for all the vape. Let's see. What else do I want? Well, rations, but I have those already. Let's try this one more time. I want to say that I did a decent degree of damage there. I think I got a free meal from my... There we go. My max potion. Okay. Well, this like is apparently right next to this camp, so that was oh fuck. And also it's rushing me immediately, which is not quite so nice. See if I can get him to get toppled. Well, the nice thing about toppling him like this is that you know, you get a big chunk of damage just from him crashing into the wall. I guess you can kind of avoid the damage from that backing off attack just by actually going in the opposite direction as opposed to trying to get under or behind the monster, which is what you really wanted to do most of the time, which is why that throws me off. Gosh. Also, I don't know if there's like another mantle I can use, like... I don't think immunity mantle is actually going to protect you from taking vape damage. So. I don't know if there's any mantles or anything that can protect you from vape damage, so it's just reducing it with the fluvial expert. But hey, you know, my old Valhazak tryhard build got me through killing Arch-Tempered Valhazak multiple times before I had any Iceborne equipment, so... I'd say chances are very good that this won't end horribly. I don't know about very good, but chances are decent that this won't end horribly. Okay, he's toppled again. I'm actually doing quite a lot of damage from him just from these Anja dual blades. Shit. Because that didn't run out right before I fucking... whatchamacallit. Right before I... Oh great. Well, right after I planted the health booster, he ran away. Hold on. I think what I was trying to say before I just completely lost my train of thought was something like... At least the temporal mantle didn't run away like 1 millisecond before I got hit by that, which is... something that I'm fairly sure did happen with, funnily enough, that did happen a lot with the pre-nerf temporal mantle. I don't think it's happened as much with post-nerf temporal mantle. It's kind of ironic. Maybe Cleanser Booster helps with, would help with not taking vape damage, I don't know. I think at that point, I'm better off just using the, you know, Vitality health booster, which is what I did choose for my loadout, so... I'm sure that's a pretty typical preference when you're going up against Valhazak. Bring your Vitality health booster. Not Vitality health booster, just health booster period. Pretty much have the effect that I'm seeing with the spores so far. Oh shit. I'd say that's kind of strange, but I want to say that regular cycles had a breath attack like that. I just did it very, very infrequently. So it's not like something to think of immediately. When you were trying to remember regular Valhasek's moveset. Oh no, the health booster that isn't even here has run out. Oh boy. I think it's gonna do the laser again here. Laser is really easy to dodge at least. That has remained the same from... That's a holdover from the normal Valhasek. Laser I'm pretty sure has the potential to one-shot you, but... You can see it coming from a mile away, and like even if you can't get behind Valhasek in time, you can always just do the Superman dive. By yourself all the time you need with that. So I'd say Valhasek is... Well, it depends. If you're prepared, if you have like the right equipment, it's probably the easiest, like, order driving from out of the three. And you have to fight in the plot, that is to say. Oh shit, I don't know what that move does. Just like spreading a bunch of those spores around. But the three that you have to fight together, meaning Valhasek, Teostra, and Kushala. I remember Kushala being a massive pain in the ass in pretty much every variation of difficulty that it has. Hey, it's doing the vape again. It's really easy to fucking get a bunch of free combos on its tail when it does that. Oh, temporal mantle's back up here. I just remember what that Resident Evil Revelations character was thinking of that has her fucking hair covering her face. It was Rachel Foley. And the reason I was able to remember that so clearly all of a sudden was because I remember at some point I made a joke in some forum or something. It's like, hey, let's look at a bunch of images of this character and... This is Rachel, can someone get a comb? I can't see shit falling or something like that. But that Valhasek dropped another, like, white shiny, but I guess not. It would be like... shouldn't be so far away from him with line of sight, because that means that he can just laser me. That's not good. Oh no, my sharpness went down. I'm pretty sure at this point this would be going a million times worse if I didn't have full fluvial resistance, build-up resistance at least. Could have better fluvial resistance with a fluvial expert, but... The reason the fucking vape damage doesn't seem to be affecting me nearly as much when I'm out in the open like this. Worse when I was in the tunnel. I'm gonna do the, vomit straight down and do the AoE cloud attack. Notice that, like, when it does a bunch of these breath attacks, like parts of the ground and surrounding, get like coated in the spores for like a second, but then it disappears. So that's a good thing because that means oh, it's doing another vape. That means that I'm not gonna take vape damage from the what the fuck? No, what knocked me there, knocked me around. That's what was giving me vape damage when I was in the tunnels and I died from. It was like a bunch of like spore-tainted environment around. Okay, well, take this opportunity to, well, never mind, to apparently be hit with a very stray wisp of vape cloud, which does big damage. Reason. Right, got to run away and didn't even use the mantle during that confrontation, that last confrontation all that much. Let's see where it's going. I think it's just going like a little bit past the camp. We'll take a pit stop at the camp to heal up and I would say sharpen, but we just sharpened, so just to get a free heal. we drop off anything that we don't need, which is just a couple of things. Yeah, we're good. I think we might be able to eat again now, yeah, 'cause it's been 15 minutes, so let's get a quick, I guess, elemental resistance this time. Holy shit. 4, no 5 first person. It's really good. Why didn't we get that before? Oh well. Get a big elemental resistance, because I think technically his vape should count as elemental damage, but don't quote me on that. For all I know, I just made the wrong choice. Let's see. Let's just pop the temporal mantle this time. As we approach this confrontation. Oh, it's doing the vape. Well, as we approach, I guess we're not gonna pop the temporal mantle right away though, because we got a full combo right after that. Oh, now we pop it. Didn't want to get cheap shotted. Oh, is it doing the big fly up and do... I don't even know what that does, like I said. I guess that spreads the vape cloud. Now I can see that clearly. I don't think I saw that clearly at any point before though. They did that attack. Oh shit, and I'm taking massive vape damage from the cloud that's all around me. I can't even see the clouds that I'm being hit by, but I'm dying. Hold on, let's we'll try to salvage this. Oh shit. When it does this, I don't even know what to do, like, to just try to lure him away from the affected area, because, we try to, like, move away from here and also pop the health booster. Yeah. We just have to get him away from this place. Okay, he's doing a vape and that one does go with it. That's interesting. Vape laser that is. I guess that's just what you have to do. You have to lure him away from vape clouds. But you can fight him and not get constant damage. Or you could wait like 1 minute and then they dissipate, I guess, as I've just witnessed. Oh, broke something. I've been like 3 or 4 parts during this fight already and I'm not even sure what they are. Shit. You notice that it has like a bunch of big spore buildups or formations covering its body, so maybe you can actually weaken its vape cloud attacks by targeting those first. I don't know, just guessing here. But I'm sure I'll get a detailed explanation of this once I actually have this entry properly recorded in my handy dandy Hunter monster hunting log. Jesus Christ. What's it actually called? Field guide, field book, something like that. An actual fucking book that gives you actually useful information on the monsters. The one that you go to the ecological research guide to get updated. That thing. What's it doing? Is it gonna blow up and do the big cloud surroundings again? I don't think it did manage to do it nearly as thoroughly as... oh shit. Oh, the thing ran out. Hold on. I think it did that. It did spread a bunch of those clouds, but it, as you can see, it didn't spread any in this direction, so I can just escape by going in this direction this time. Is it sucking up the clouds? It just... no, apparently not. It was like sucking up more effluvium, but apparently it wasn't sucking up the clouds, and it just spread because they're still there, as you can see. I think it might be limping now or something. I don't know. It's running, so I don't know if that counts as limping, but there are a couple of dragon pod drops. I guess I should try to... I should try to use those on him. I don't know if Elder Seal is gonna make a big difference, because I don't even remember what difference Elder Seal makes in regular WoW, but I'm pretty sure there's only one Elder Dragon that you really want to you know, make an effort to inflict Elder Seal on, and that's Kushala, but other than that, it's just like whatever, just go with the Go with whatever does the most damage, and when you get to the point in the fight that they actually hit their build-up from all the others sealed in, and you can figure something out, like with Nargigante, I'm pretty sure when the Elder Seal gets all the way up, that's when it does the big, like, one-shot dive attack. Oh fuck. And for Teostra it does the big supernova attack. Oh, I escaped. And for... oh fucking well, I don't even know what Elder Seal, not even Elder Seal looked like. I don't know what would stop if you hit well with Elder Seal, obviously. Maybe the Elder Seal sealable state is like when he's just got his entire body covered in vape and moves around with it. Maybe that's what you're trying to stop with Elder Seal. I know. Oh boy, that could have been bad. It would have hurt, but I somehow managed to avoid being hit by that. That did hurt. And I don't know if I could have done anything to avoid hit by that. Oh boy, vape laser incoming. Except this, for some reason it doesn't, it's not like doing the same, what do you call it? Oh no. Maybe when it does this shit you can stop him with like a flashbot or something. You notice that when it's charging up the vape laser it doesn't always do this kind of a big wind-up roar slash cry that Red Red does. Every time it's winding up the vape laser, so you just have to pay more attention visually than anything to actually be able to hold that attack. This seems like a good time for me to step back and heal, because taking lots of vape damage and I can't even see the fucking clouds. Okay. Is he limping now? Yeah, I think he's limping now. That's good. I don't even know where he's... I have no friggin' idea where he's gonna go to, like... you know, lick his wounds. Guess I'll go back to this camp yet again. Well, so far I used up all of my free medicine, but so far I've only used one of these max potions, which is nice. Okay, so where is he? Don't know where he is, but I do have some barrel bombs with me, right? Yep. Yes, now I know what I'm going to be using these dragon pods for. Let's see where he goes to try and heal up when he's almost dead. So, I'm pretty sure that this happened off screen. Yeah, I did, but I'm pretty sure the first of the Gold Crown Endemic Lives specimens that I got was vapor on it, just because looking around I just seen like one of the achievements you can get is for Iceborne, because it adds that functionality of having Gold Crown for big and small Endemic Life. You can get a Gold Crown for Endemic Life. Oh shit. I'm wondering how I was gonna avoid it, considering how tight that space was, but I guess I just didn't. First I had gotten one for like a small gold crown for Endemic Life, but not a big one. And like around and I noticed, hey, that's a big freaking spider. That possibly be a gold crown, and turns out it was. I'm pretty sure you have to get that, you're gonna get that at some point or another if you're trying to like do all the up some more assignments and whatnot, because Shit. That's sped out a little too quickly. Oh fuck. I'm just gonna plant the health booster right here, and then... I'm pretty sure some of the optional stuff you can do with the endemic life. Specifically requires you to hunt some gold crown specimens. Yeah, I want a gold crown specimens, that's what the endemic life researcher gives you. Assignments. Or optional delivery things. Oh, that ain't good. Time to get the fuck out of here because I don't want to fight in the middle of the vape nation. See if I can get it to chase me over here. Yes, I can. You fell for my my ruse to get you away from the battleground that would be more advantageous to you. Wonderful. And apparently I will soon get my temple mantle back too. I don't think we're gonna need it, but it's yet another way in which I can ensure I'm not trying to do these attacks, I'm trying to do this. I'm not spamming just B, I'm holding L2 the entire time. Or circle, you know what I mean. Button on the right. The red button. Okay, just spam attack. Oh hey, I think we just severed the tail. Don't think I was expecting that at this point. This late into the fight, but especially considering that I only kind of must have paying attention to trying to cut the tail before, or damage the tail before. I should play it safe and try to get my health back. No, never mind. Before my temporal mantle runs out, but guess I didn't need to after all. You're making so much progress. You just killed a souped up person with more gimmicks from one of the palette swaps of the monsters that you already... Not before. Oh boy, and immediately we got a large elder dragon gem. That's nice. We didn't even get to read the description because one of the pieces of equipment, which I think is another weapon, requires one of those large elder gems. Well, this is an interesting victory fanfare. I don't really remember this from the base game, it might be new to Iceborne. Apparently there's a lot of new Iceborne music that I don't know about, because... and I think most of it is from like really late in the game. I haven't gotten to that part yet. Apparently a lot of the Iceborne music that's well liked amongst people who focus on the soundtrack is from really late in the game. This has been proven by the presence of 2 Iceborne songs that have shown up in video game music guessing games on one of the Discord servers that I'm in. Neither of which I've heard in game yet, so... Cross seal, there you go. We got one. We got a single large Elder Dragon one. I wish I could get more of these at a time. But you do need a bunch of these for some of the higher grade upgrades. There probably will come a time when they'll be easier to get. Phantom Core Ore, which is apparently quite rare too. Bellwing and Ardclaw. Oh yeah, we broke the wings. Kinda looked like the wings had been broken at one point, but... wasn't sure if that was the case, considering that I hadn't really been focusing on hitting the wings all that much, like it was mostly the head that I was going after. Because I did break the head, because I did get like a hard claw. Either the head or the forelegs. I think hard claws are from the forelegs, hard fangs, or something that would have fang in the name would be from breaking the head, I'm pretty sure, but there we go, get to master rank 20. If you take away 100 from my hunter rank, it will be a very nice number, and level 1 research in Black Veil Valhazak baby, which means we can see its weak points, but not materials yet. And we got to level 6 Unity for the Bug Trappers, which means you can use Paw Swap, which, you know, off screen I also learned about a couple new mechanics that gives you. I guess I'll get into that, but basically you can trade items, and if you like, if the cats like what you give them, they can give you like hints for treasure. Apparently you can go hunting somewhere in the stages, and I gotten one hint for that so far, and I haven't followed up on that, so maybe I'll try it out now, I don't know. By now I mean at some point during the stream, but we'll see. You're back. Great work out there, it's good to see you safe. We'll get our scholars on site with an escort straight away, this is gonna be huge. Investigation into that song and the seismic actions progressing too. It's no surprise, but the commission's incredible. 150 radio will get you back out in the field to do what? The Coral Highlands. I think that's where we're spread thinnest.
Let's go.
Get there and keep searching for any Elder Dragon tracks. We're gonna be searching for more,
Needing to investigate the Elder Dragons a bit deeper.
gonna be like... more Elder Dragon, vanilla Elder Dragon. Palette swaps. I don't even know if there are anymore. There probably are. Well, I mean, there's Ruiner and Nergigante, I know about that much. There's gonna be a souped up version of Nergigante that we haven't fought yet. Maybe that's what we're gonna be fighting next. Let's see what these people have to say. Admiral took off on an expedition at a full sprint. Guys, my hero for a reason. Pretty sure I heard that already, but that doesn't matter. Going to the Coral Highlands to investigate. Well, then run along now.
Excuse
I have
me.
nothing else to say, in spite of the fact that my team is situated there. 1. We scour the site where that song was heard. 2. We comb the area affected by the seismic actions. 3. We find what's stirring up these Elder Dragons. That is what's on our plate for the time being. It's so simple. Give the song and the seismic actions to whomever else you're a hunter. You must do what only hunters can. But apparently that also should be taken to mean you must... like, you hunters must do the only thing you can, which is killing monsters. You're apparently too incompetent to do anything else. Well, there we go. Monster Field Guide, that's what I was trying to remember, so here we are. What the fuck? Didn't we hit level 1? Why is it still at the edge of level 0? That's kinda dumb. Oh well. A huge deal, but well, at least we can read this now. Isaac variant encrusted with spores that spew a torrent of toxic effluvium at any who draw close. Imaging areas densely covered by spores appears to dull their activity as a whole. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna be the case. They also shield the monster from light, so break the head to make flash pods work. What are they really gonna do? I mean, I guess that I should take that to mean that maybe you can interrupt the big attack where it spreads all the clouds around if you use flash pods. Maybe that works, but like, flash pods don't do jack in master rank for the most part. I guess that's the most you can hope to use them for, is interrupting attacks like that. But only for interrupting the attack. They're not actually gonna be like bringing the monster crashing down to earth or anything. It's apparently way too much to hope for in master rank, but let's see, we got ecological research. Oh yeah, maybe that's it, we need to get to this guy to unlock level 1. That would make sense, I guess. Let's look at it again. And yeah, sure enough, that was what we need to do. Apparently it's not even, doesn't have any 3-star weaknesses, that kinda sucks, but either hit it with fire or with blast early dragons, so big surprise. Fire was the best choice there. And the Tail Raider Safari. I also got like a bunch of new stuff for my room. Pretty sure from quests and whatnot. Captured, I got the one from capturing Tigrex, and then they gave me another quest that was for capturing City Glavenus, I think, and I did both of those. And the next one is for hunting like an Odogaron and Ebony Odogaron together. Don't think I've done that one yet. What are we doing next? Can we hunt Black Veil One? Can we hunt any Elder Dragons other than Kirin? I haven't even hunted Kirin in the... like any, like, Master Rank Kirin yet. Even off screen. I think I'll go with this hunter that's for hunting Lavasioth, because I don't really have a lot of materials for Lavasioth, and apparently I'm gonna need a few more. And hunting Lavasioth is a pain, especially when you're in a rank where you're not overpowered yet. I think my favorite ones that are gonna be my favorite dual blades for fire element, though, in the end are gonna be those that are the ones that use Glavenus parts, Smoldering Cities, but to keep upgrading those right now, I'm gonna need a Glavenus Mantle, which, you know, the mantles are the super ultra rare Master Rank monster specific drops, so I need a lot more celestial prints and or farming to get those, but let's see. We have some new options here from customization. You can now redecorate your second floor. You can now change long desktop, wall decoration, shelf 1, 2, rugs 2F, and hanging ornament 1. And 2 and 3. Also new art decor. Look at all these nice things. Stucco wall, wooden floor, chic stone floor. I might go for that one. Let's see. Elegant chairs, sumptuous stew, tropical lunch, luxury shelves, books and documents. Well, it's very nice, but let's get to the point where we actually start placing that stuff in the room. Dyed silk rolls. Holy shit. Now when I got all of these things, like, when I got a handful of these things from doing the optional quests. Okay, there we go. I don't think that I would be having that many. Look at the wallpaper. Wooden wall, yellow. I think I'm gonna go with no, not that. Isn't there a better one? Elegant stucco wall. I don't think I want stucco wall though. But I want a wooden wall or a stone wall. Just keep the stone wall. I want the wall that I look at it and it tells me this is able to actually block out sound, because that's something that I'm sorely missing IRL, unfortunately. But let's see. Chic wooden floor. I don't really like that floor pattern, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like... it might look nice at first glance, but I can tell you from experience, from that being pretty similar to the floor pattern where I live, that can get pretty not good looking pretty quickly when it gets like a few scratches in it, dents. You better go with the chic stone floor, because I don't know. It looks better than the simple stone floor. It looks like it'll be a bit more, a bit cozier than the simple stone floor too. For the curtains, we can, those are in curtains, pelt curtains. See these. I still prefer the, you know, the default cloth curtain aesthetics, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I do like that these ones are black, but like when it comes to curtains, I think based again in personal experience, I'm gonna go with the ones that would better fit my aesthetic would be the ones that look like they're more effective at covering more area and blocking out more light. And so far out of all of those, I think the default ones are the best look for that. Elegant chairs, those aren't elegant chairs, they're fucking... These look like more elegant than the fucking luxury or elegant chairs. Luxury ones do. Sumptuous stew, tropical lunch. Boy oh boy. I think I'm gonna keep carnivore though. As for the sofa... Oh boy. What about the elegant sofa? See, out of all of those, I want to say that this one still looks like the comfiest out of all of them. Only because, like, maybe this one, I don't know. I think I would prefer this one, to be honest with you, just like get a bit of a... Like, if I could get any one of these sofas IRL, I would probably just get this one, just get like a few more cushions for the back, maybe some blankets to drape the whole thing in, and... You know, just lounge on it, it's great. Maybe a few cushions to put on like the arms rests too, or against them. Even though that's not even like necessary. Okay, now that looks better. I'm gonna get that one. Shelf, we can change that to luxury shelves, but you can't even like put anything on those, can you? Nope. Ornamental, well, this stuff you would put on the shelves. Dyed silk rolls. What do we have right now? A simple urn. I think if I wanted to change anything, it would be this one, the burlap sacks. Simple urn set. Sorted bottle set. Simple pottery. Iron vase. Research tomes. Scholarly tomes. Okay, well, this is starting to look a little bit more realistic to how this would look IRL. This was my room. What else? Display fossil. Let's switch this. Change the potted plant. So what's on there right now? The bottled spirit. I think I would change the urn in that case. Or something else, like Display fossil, basket of ore, basket of mushrooms, symbol of resistance, symbol of contribution, symbol of dedication. Not even sure how I got those, but considerable help or wide ranging. Apparently I got wide ranging before, I guess, this one, so I'm sure you get those for different reasons. Luxury rack. I guess you can get luxury rack. Let me go ahead and buy that. I mean, if luxury or familiar rack would look a bit more accessible, yeah, just have that one. Make it more accessible from all angles, which might be handy if you're... but hey, whatever. I think I'm gonna swap out the simple urn for one of these. I think the basket of ore. And apparently we don't have any new lamps. I'm pretty sure you get the new lamps from like... or you can get some new lamps from doing some of those optional assignments where you get... you're required to catch some endemic life. What else? We can change here into F. Change the simple wall shelf to the luxury wall shelf. Elegant ornamental plate, the research base painting. Oh boy. Handler, what? Where did we get this? That's weird. I think we're gonna change this to luxury shelf, I guess. And put something under, like... we're gonna put the display fossil up here. What else? Because that's... how we can change that. What about this desk? We can change that to luxury desk, sure. Colors or patterns? Let's see. I mean, what other colors can we have? This is the solid color. How would you have it like that? Just the default color. What about the pattern, I guess? Oh, you can actually change that pattern too. Let's see. Would we prefer any of the other ones? Can I actually have to like unlock some of these for more research points? Well, I think I will do that eventually, but... let's see. Let's look at all of these, I guess. At least look, this just kind of reminds me of the binding on a book that I have by Italo Calvino. For some reason, the binding and the design of the, just the, you know, the covers of the book look like this. Even with the red and black and like a little hint of dark purple in there. And the third page. I think we're just gonna go with like the full pattern for this one though. It looks the cleanest to me. And as for the desktop, I can put on books and documents, maps, crafting set, baking set, and tool set. We're just gonna go with books and documents. It's either that or maps. And rugs. I have fur rugs and traditional rugs. For sure, is it just like a bunch of straw in the back? I think I'm just gonna stick with the familiar rugs. Those look like the cleanest ones. And as for these, let's see. Another ornament, which I didn't even realize we had. I think that's in the back. Oh, that's a hanging ornament. Kinda looks like it's, when it's a flag, it just kinda looks like it's plastered up against the back wall though. Let's see, fish ornament or marlin ornament. We're gonna have the red herring above the stairs. For this one here, catch of the day ornament. Might change that to, I don't know, the barrel. Have the barrel trap it, or just the marlin. I like a trap above the bed to... It's like fucking the sword of Damocles, but it's above your bed, and it's a fucking swordfish. And the barrel too. And what about the wall here? Change the Coral Highland paint. Didn't we have like a Sora? Didn't we get a Sora painting from one of the deliveries that we made? And Forest, I'm pretty sure this is just like concept art for these areas, but they decided to make it, you know, an actual painting. Luxury wall shelf, I can put another one. I can put on Nargakua painting or Sora Maitor's painting. Well, that is pretty fancy, but I'm pretty sure that's, it's a very, very artistic liberties interpretation of Sora Magdaros. I think we're gonna change this one to the luxury wall shelf, and I'm gonna keep that as a symbol of dedication, that trinket. What about this one? Do we have anything new here? Oh, we can just put any one of these. I think I'll keep that. I don't know. For wall cloth wall. I think I'm gonna keep that hanging. Guess I'm just gonna change the change some of these. Can we change these to something else? I guess it has to be the Pelican portraits, or else one of these, the other small ones. Right, I guess I'm gonna switch this one to a different painting. I think I'm gonna make it either Elder Suices or Soramag. I'm just gonna make it Soramagdors here. And as for the flower bed, let's see what else we can have. Generic plants. Plant 4, which is just a fucking blue mushroom. Or for Street Plant 3, which is the rusty one. I think I'm gonna keep this plant on the other side, but I don't think I'm gonna be changing anything here. There we go. Where's this barrel? Okay, so Sword of Damocles, the Spearfish of Damocles isn't actually above the bed directly, but it's above this shelf basically, so standing right here admiring it, and then you will be killed by a giant marlin dropping on your head, or you'll be chilling out on this sofa and then have a big old barrel dropping on your head. In a game of Cluedo or something. That's if you manage to get down here without this big fish dropping on your head. Let's actually see what else we can do though. We're done with interior decorating. I think before I even go in any more expeditions, to find the next set of Elder Dragon tracks.
To investigate the Elder Dragons a bit deeper.
I'm actually gonna be doing one of the, I guess, taking advantage of the fact that I have these fire dual blades that are very strong active. I'm gonna take this one star quest that I haven't done yet and do that. Hunt Tempered Bambaro. And maybe even capture it this time. I think I'm gonna try to capture, just because I'm gonna have to capture a whole bunch of monsters to get an achievement that's for like capturing 50 monsters in Master Rank. Sure, I haven't gone very far in that respect yet. So let's see. Get the generic ass chef's choice platter. And just to be thorough, let's change the thing to the iceproof mantle, and we're all good to go. Let's go kill a Bambaro that I'm pretty sure we're a little bit overpowered for at this point, considering how far we are. And the other big fish we've been going after. Here we get dropped into the Elder Suices, and there's the Bambaro. Right over there. We also got mystery old footprints, which I think might be Elder Dragon tracks for the other... no wait, these are Bambaro tracks. These are the mystery footprints, yeah. Yeah, we can get a few of these investigation tracks just from... as part of this optional quest even. Isn't that impressive? Well, apparently the Bambaro is not aggroing automatically, which I think is not really that surprising, because I don't think it does that to begin with. Oh shit. Old watery slime. Might be a new Elder Dragon, because I don't remember any of them giving old watery slime, as this thing says. Murnos. Or Barnos. And I think Murnos are the ones from the ancient forest, like I mentioned earlier. Barnos are these fuckers, the ones that are actually aggressive. And there were also slightly different variant, I think, in the Wild Spiral Waste, but I don't even remember what those are called. I don't think they're aggressive like these guys. Hey, fuckhead. How dare you interrupt me? There. Okay, I think now that I know where the fucking... the Bambaro is, and that I can track it very reliably, I'm gonna just dip back here to the camp and, just so I can grab the stuff in the box. Including some free cold drinks. Not that I'm in dire need of cold drinks or anything, I have like a few hundred of them in the box, I'm pretty sure, but... it's always, I didn't manage to accrue 100 of them in the box by spending them willy-nilly. It's always nice to take advantage of advantage of free stuff. That doesn't just go for this game, that goes for any and all contexts that you can apply that adage to. As Bill Gates once said, you don't get rich writing checks, because I'm pretty sure his exchange with Homer Simpson is a very genuine example of his actual personal philosophy. Okay, let's actually do fighting the monster now, if I can. It'd be a better idea to like fight armor with like explosive element rather than fire, but I'm already committed to this, might as well just do it. Armor is such a big target too, so it's not like it's very good. I'm sure that to make like the highest grade explosive dual blades that I could make right now, I'd have to far more brachelios materials, so not really something that is really super urgent on my list of stuff to do at this precise moment. Those caches. If it's caches, then I'm pretty sure I can just like pick it up like footprints. Like hold still for a second. So I don't think it's a great idea to try and gather that track at this exact moment when I'm tagging with at this point I realize that maybe bringing the ice-proof mantle was not such a good idea since we're not fighting in the ice area. I don't think it's actually going to be hitting me with ice attacks because of that. Oh, shit. That'd be a better idea to bring the ice-proof mantle, as a matter of fact. If I can actually get into the wall here. Hey, there we go. It's actually really hard to tell, you know, we didn't have any kind of clear visual indication. It's actually pretty hard to tell when monster is enraged. And when it's gonna be immune to that whole thing. We make him slam into the wall. I'm sure that it's a guarantee that it's gonna be enraged after you do that successfully, though. That does make sense. It's doing a steamroll series of charges, much like kind of like Tigrex. I'm pretty sure that I already saw it doing that before. Well, this is my opportunity to jump on this you know, mega potion that I saved on the earlier mission. No, give me that back. God damn it. I don't want to leave anything else. I don't think I do. What's this? No, that's raw meat. I don't know that. Did I get raw meat from the Barnos? I guess I did, but I guess now that I know that ice is not going to be a factor, I'll just switch this out. Swap this out for the Vitality Mantle. Do that. Wait. Does it want me to go somewhere else? I guess it does. Wants me to keep forgetting that this exists. There's actually another exit you can take from this camp that I forget exists like 99% of the time, unless the scout flight wants me to take it. Oh, we're actually researching mushrooms. I wasn't even aware of that. Oh, there we go, we can increase our research level with Blue Rathalos by getting that scale. Oh, I didn't remember to eat the rations, hold on. Okay, let's grab some crystal burst, let's doobly-doo. Oh, that didn't even knock it down. I'll get a free meal from the ration, but not from the max portion, that's a shame. Let's just pop a Vitality Mantle right away, I guess, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be reading it. What we witnessed earlier. I actually managed to avoid getting Tremor staggered there. I think I was about to get hit with the big horns, but my cat's attack managed to interrupt that. That's nice. Ouch. But, you know, as long as we're in the area, we might as well try to bait this guy into getting hit with the other set of falling boulders here. Unfortunately, Dologama's also here, which might throw a spanner into the works. Let's see. Oh, well, we hit Dologama with it, but not the bomb that we actually wanted to hit. What a shame. I think it would have been greater if they had somehow hit both of them, but maybe that would be a little too wishful. Oh, I got 3 heals even though we didn't even need heals at that time. Fucking Dologama got poisoned somehow, even though I don't have anything relative to poison in my arsenal right now. Probably was a Gajalaka that, you know, also hang out in this area that did that. Let's see. Hey, more Rambo footprints. Might as well get that even though clearly don't need any more Bambro tracks. I think we're actually already maxed out on Bambro tracking. Oh hey, we got mystery footprints though. Definitely need these. Need to advance our investigation as much as possible. That's our quarry. Oh, all the watery slime. Hold on. If we can manage to finish investigating this before we get hit with something. Yeah, we can. There we go. We can go ahead and weaken some of the body parts now, like the leg. Yeah, I figured it was gonna do a spin. I'm surprised that didn't count as a hit though, because it didn't make me auto-dodge. Usually when monsters decide to do a spin like that, which they do telegraph, and I'm right next to them, that means that I'm not going to be able to do anything to avoid it. Oh fuck. That was pretty shitty timing, but at least we didn't actually take damage. I'm actually trying to capture this guy, so I'm gonna have to slay this guy entirely. Seems like a good time to do the Slinger Thorn. I'm waiting for him to quit rolling this shit around so that I can... Oh, okay, that somehow hit me. Even though the physics of that and the general spatial nature of that is something that I find very confusing. The boulder splits up. Hey, we got a free meal for our big medicine, that's nice. It's just don't be like directly across from the bamboo when that happens, seems to be the ticket trick. But again, I definitely wasn't like directly under the head when that slam happened, and yet I still took the damage somehow. Or maybe the things that seem like they make sense aren't really the ticket a lot of the time. Oh shit. Oh fuck. That time I did manage to dodge. There we go, we've managed to get a topple. Can't attack the tail, but there's one thing that I've learned from Iceborne so far is that really, it's really fucking hard to break off any of the body parts, let alone the tails. Well, especially the tails. They're like the ones to which that principle applies especially, you might say. He's going over to where the, hold on. Wasn't there a West Point corpse back here that, still in one piece? Banner of footprints. Vaguely recall seeing something like that, but if I miss it, it's like whatever. It's not an actual thing that I care about too much. It's just like right up here, then I can just make a pit stop at the eastern camp. Yep. Give my vitality mantle like an extra minute to finish recharging, definitely. Heal and sharpen. I don't think I need to recharge anything, I do need to drop a few things off. Apparently the bomber was right up here, it didn't even like go to the lower area with the big slope. I think we're back to combat mode already. We have a temperamental and a vitality mantle. Back. Well, I don't think I'm going to be getting a lot of hits up on the tail, so I might as well just like... I'll just plant myself right here and let loose with a couple of combos and just hit whatever I will. Try to run arcade now, it's almost dead, so... Yeah, Bummer is quite fittingly for its status as one of the earlier game monsters in Iceborne. Doesn't actually have nearly as much health as some of its Iceborne brethren, it seems. Let's see... So where's my trap? Here's the trap, and where's the fucking trunk bombs? Why are they so far apart? So it's always like that, but I think there might actually be a way... Okay, just go to sleep right there. I don't know why some of the monsters that are in specifically from Iceborne go to sleep in this big open area. It doesn't seem very safe, you know. There are more footprints I can get? Yeah, right from under where Barbaro is right now. Come on. Definitely lay the shock trap, what gives? There. That's exactly what I did. Hey fucker, get over here. Do I have your attention yet? Got him. And something else about like the master rank. I say the master rank monsters, but I think that might actually have been retroactively applied to some of the other monsters now. Low rank, high rank. That it seems that when you're trying to sneak up on them when they're sleeping, they actually wake up a lot faster now. Maybe it has to do with how close they are to their health threshold between dying and not dying, but I don't really know if it's that or just a general sort of heightened sense of awareness that they give them. Hammerchine 3-extract. Great Horn, even more dash extract, apparently Bamra has a lot of that. Lone Grassbot somehow. Tough-bone, Great Horn, Large Wyvern Gem, Lash Cortex and Great Horn. Well, I'm glad I'm getting Lash from capturing because I'm never gonna be able to sever the tail on a Bambaro. At least not with my current load. Airborne and evade window, more earplugs and fire attack. I'm sure I already have like all the earplugs jewels that I'm gonna need, but there we go. Upgrade for the Vitality Mantle and Elder Dragon Research is just under halfway, which is nice. You can just like go do a bunch of these, or not, maybe not necessarily a bunch, but a few of these optional quests now. I haven't actually dealt with before, so that I can fill up that their thing. What else happened? Like there's something else, some other update that I got from that quest. I think there's the obvious upgrade to the Vitality Mantle, which means I can now put decorations in it, but... don't know if that means... Yeah, I guess that doesn't mean that the blacksmith's assistant is gonna have any news for me right now necessarily, because I'm not seeing any new quest or notice icons on the map, and that would be the indicator for that. Let's see. I have no new assignments yet. What about optional quests? Apparently, well, we got the blue completed sign, which tells me that, well, that just means that we've completed all the quests that are available now, but that's not all the quests that exist in this difficulty. When you have completed all of the quests that exist in a certain difficulty, then you get a red completed sign. Could hunt the tempered coral puke to upgrade the waterproof mantle. Like that's not necessarily. Well, fuck, I don't know. That might come in handy because we've been getting some traces that apparently might indicate that whatever we're gonna be fighting next is gonna be water related. So maybe I'll actually do this one now. Put that red cup away. I don't know what that means even, but should at least be able to tell what the weakness is for coral puke, right? Maybe I have that much info on it, yeah. Apparently weak to ice and poison, and let me see. How do I set decorations for my specialized equipment? See, here's the funny thing too, or the weird thing. 2 fucking vitality mantle slots. I don't have any for the temporal mantle yet because I haven't gotten that upgrade yet. I don't even know what I could get for this. Like, is there a defense related jewel that I can get that's level 4, I wonder? Enhancer, protection, divine blessing. I guess divine blessing, just protection would be good because that makes you take less damage. So that would probably help you with, you know, keeping the mantle on for longer, but... I mean, what else could we use? Affinity, sliding evade window, evasion, airborne, jumping attack power. Stone thrower, which is slinger ammo, free meal, and evade window. Seek. What is physique again? Reduces fixed stamina depletion when doing stuff like from specific burst moves. So no, it's not continuous stamina depletion. I'm pretty sure there's a separate skill for that. But I mean, what else? Item prolonger. Does the fucking vitality mantle count as an item? Maybe not. I think that would really make it. Don't think that would really make a big difference anyway, because vitality mantle most of the time runs out not from the actual timer on it, but from the damage threshold. Fire is... yeah, I don't know that this is gonna be that useful right now. Like, maybe Divine Blessing. Resentment and Divine Blessing. Resentment isn't really gonna be useful at all when you're wearing the fucking Vitality Mantle, though, because you can't have that portion of it. Power Prolonger. Weak Performance. I guess this one could be good. I'm gonna go with this one if I can come up with anything better for level 4 one. Enhancer protection is looking pretty good right now. Tell you that. Shadow Destroyer medicine. I'm just gonna go with that one. For the level 2 one, I think I'll just go with the fucking... I don't know. Constitution, stamina depleting, stamina recovery, evasion. Maybe evasion could also be a good. Could potentially turn this into, you know, Temporal Mantle 2.0, but it's not automatic at all, I guess. I think we'll go with something else though for now. Gonna have to like look up some meta builds for these later on. Elemental weapons, protective polish, guard up. Could use Tenderizer. Seems like it might be the best option at this point, or Part Breaker. We'll just go with Tenderizer though. Let's have that. Funny thing is though, we're not even gonna be using that mantle for this next. This next outing, we're gonna be using the waterproof mantle. We're actually going after fucking Coral Puke after all. Establish that he's weak to ice. I think we'll go with the Blissarios Plus, because they don't have like as much ice element attack, I'm pretty sure, as the other the Bio Hatchets. But they do have high sharpness, high affinity, which is kind of important. I think we'll just stick with those. I don't want to upgrade those further, but that would require hunting more Elder Dragons and hunting more Barioths, so not particularly in a rush to do that. Like I always say. Now it's time to do this one, I guess. Put that red cap away. And I think we're gonna go with elemental resistance boost for this one. I don't remember if we can get water blighted from that guy, but I think so, so we're also gonna carry a few of these. I mean, it would make sense. Ooh, veggie platter. Big elemental resist, even if it doesn't fill my health up all the way. Alright. See that we got the drunk bird, but that means that either we're right next to the dude or we're in a place where either we're right next to the dude or we're in a place where we can gather up some interesting things. We're right next to the rope lift apparently, and I don't see the dude anywhere, so I guess I have to forcibly assume that the latter is the case, even though typically we're placed right next to like one of those mining outcrops that are rare. That let us gather like armor spheres, but I see no such thing anywhere near me, so... No tracks, no track guidance for the Coral Puke either, which is not... It's not very reassuring. I think I'm seeing some feathers right here though, yeah. An old watery slime. Okay, we got some tracking for that, but I'm also gonna gather this, since that's kind of have the reason, or have the stuff that we need to be looking out for at this time anyway, but... Where are the other old footprints? Are they right on top of the other thing? Yeah, they are. Go ahead and warp back to the other camp that we were supposed to go to first, though. Where I can actually, you know, pick up the stuff from our designated loadout. Pick up our free materials, basically. Oh, we got some footprints from Coral Puke immediately. That's nice. And old watery slime. Right after jumping down from the camp. That's very nice. And some progress, at least. Still don't know what the best... hoped even more water slime. The best route would be to follow for... What's it, Chiaku found? But the best route would be to follow for trying to find... the guy, though. The World Pookie. Guess I'm not going to go in that direction. I guess that probably will make sense, but... I guess we're going that way, maybe? No, they want me to go this way. It's kind of confusing. Right, I guess we're going this way then. I see gases, but yeah, for some reason gases were not being highlighted for a while. Mystery footprints, I will take those. Oh, even more mystery footprints. Hold on, there we go. Oh boy, and now we got even more tracks from this guy. Alright, looks like we still don't know where the monster itself is, but we're apparently quite close to finding out. Explore this area, I guess. Should be interesting things here and there. Coral Pookie has been identified. Probably gonna be a few more tracks for the other big monster in this area, though. If we locate anything... Yep, old watery slime somewhere. There? Where? Oh, here. And old footprints. Not even sure what to expect from that. Pretty sure it's not gonna be just another fucking Anjanath variant, which... No, we've already gotten that, but that's kind of what I would expect from this old watery slime. Maybe it's gonna be like some kind of Duratodus, Beotodus, Lavasioth variant, which would be just a little bit surprising to say the least. Well, whatever, let's just go. We'll engage our actual quarry for this mission. At this point, I realize that I kind of wanted to capture this guy too. Probably should be capturing this guy too. Because then I'm gonna have to go back and get, you know, a trap at some point. And much like before, I'm gonna want to focus hard on the tail because I'm pretty sure that will cripple if its attacks. It's hard on the tail, and also I'll stay close enough to it that it can't get me with the big kind of AoE attacks. Not AoE, but kind of snipery attacks that it does with the tail, and a big kind of cone pattern. You know what I mean. Probably. Alright, let's put on the waterproof mantle and let's highlight our max potion, which I'm sure we'll need in just a second. Oh, there we go. Oh, we are already wearing the mantle, so it's no big deal. Oh, here we go. It's paralyzed. in the middle now. Alright. Get a big flash and also much to wound. Or at least get closer to wounding. Either the side or the tail or both. Hopefully whichever one is spicier for me. I don't think that's the correct use of that word at all. Alright, hold on. Take a moment to gather these. Materials. Material and also slinger ammo, I guess, would be the more apt description. Apparently getting the big elemental defense for this encounter was the correct choice, at least. There we go. Well, never mind, I thought that he had been toppled, but I guess it was just wishful thinking on my part. Where's the... Why's the tail gotta be so resilient on this guy? So kind of... Is there a flashbang? There is a flashbang. Yes. Take a moment to sharpen. This thing should go up to white sharpness, which means that we're down to sharpness levels. There's a material where? See no material. Oh. When did that drop? Who knows? I guess we're gonna remove this because it's gonna run out by the time we get there. More mystery footprints, and now we're back to the place where this whole thing began. Let's do the thing. Holy shit, forget how much range that fucking attack had. Thank goodness for elevation differences. Well, that could have been terrible. Oh hey, just got toppled 2 times in a row, I think. That's nice. Maybe the second topple didn't last nearly as long. Okay. Well, looks like I was right to bring these. Oh shit, I got hit by a sleep toad. At least I think we both did. Hold on. I think I heard somewhere that you can apparently get out of like paralysis and sleep faster if you mash directions on the control stick, but I don't even know what true that is. I hope so far we're doing, pretty sure we're doing much better than the first time we fought. Regular Carl Poke, which is nice. Still focusing on nothing but the tail, and I still have been completely unable to break it for some reason. Even though I do have a very, very distinct memory of, you know, breaking the tail during my first confrontation. This fucker, so I know for a fact that it's possible. And kind of sucks that when the tail is you know, integral to the... I guess it makes sense, but... it's so arbitrary from an objective perspective, I feel. Having these monsters to whom, you know, the tail is very important, like this fucker, or like Lavinus, have a tail that they use as like their main means of attack pretty much, and yet it's severable, but because it's so important to them specifically, it takes fucking forever to break it compared to 99% of other monsters that have a tail. It's severable. That kind of stinks. Hey, fucker's gonna get flushed. Hold on. Oh, yep, there we go. Gonna get flashed, but isn't even gonna get staggered for more than a second, I guess. I don't know what the fuck it's attacking. It thinks it's in front of it, I guess. He doesn't know. That's makes sense because it's flashed. Thinks that something's in front of it, so it's attacking, but there's actually nothing. It's fucking blind. Old feathers. I think we might need to collect some more tracks. You know, I just fucking realized we still have the effluvium jewels, even though those are not actually useful at this point, because we're not fighting Valhazak. I have to remember to clean those out after this quest. Because I'm pretty sure, unfortunately, you're not able to you know, change jewels. When you're in the field, you have to do it at the base. Stick with what you have. Unless you're willing to abandon the mission. Okay, I would like to pop a few of the vigor wasps that are in this area so that I can heal, but first we need to get to where they are. There we go. I think we've oh, there we go, finally got it. The tail. I might go for the wings or the head next. I'll just try to both at once. Aim for those in equal measure. I also try to mount, which is apparently completely impossible. Okay, is this dude limping already? I have no idea. We ran away real quick though. Might actually be near death at this point. We'll have to find out. I have to figure out where he's going, but I'll actually make a pit stop at a camp so that we can... Okay, no, I think I know where it's going. It's going to the freaking blue mushroom area. It might actually be half dead, or nearly dead. Hold on. Let me go to this camp real quick so that I can grab a trap, because if it is actually almost dead, then I am gonna want to capture it, like, you know, the one last quest. Grab one of these, grab a couple of these, and get them ready. And grab as many more of these big tracks as possible while we're at it, because that's always a good thing. To grab more Legiana tracks, I guess. Oh, apparently we do need to level up Legiana multiple times to get it to max research level. We never actually did that. In spite of the fact that I'm pretty sure I spent a ton of time hunting Legianas in vanilla game. And just because I need to hunt a ton of Legianas to get the high grade ice weapons and shit. Okay, where is he? That's Itziak. It's not who we're right now. This is who we're after right now. Yep, he is indeed sleeping. Schlepping. And I'm not seeing the... hold on. Right. Not seeing the skull on the map, but I'm going to assume that it's fine, just because he's schlepping. Oh. We did it. Oh, that counts as a bird wyvern hunt. I forgot. We actually need to hunt bird wyverns for the weekly, which is why I have that as part of the. There are a couple of extra. Hunt bird wyvern bounties, so that I can also get the bonuses from that as well as the actual weekly. Another part of the weekly though is to do a Barioth hunt, and I don't know if I want to bother doing that on stream, let alone right now. So maybe I'll just wait until later to actually complete that. Yeah, I'm still fucking dreading Barioth. Oh shit, research has progressed. Okay, that was quick. Only took a couple of investigations, and yep. Level 2 research level 4 Coral Puge and our specialized tool has been upgraded. All of our mantles will be super try-hard meta builds in no time at all. Pretty sure that's gonna be at least a little while longer until we're able to upgrade the temporal mantle though, but here we go. Our investigations turned up something new, and this time it's something big. And are pointing to a new species of elder dragon hiding in the Coral Highlands, something the Commission's never seen, so it might be something completely new. Since none of us has any idea how to deal with it, we're starting from scratch here, so expect a bumpy ride. But the only other thing to report is that first Vivarians have been showing themselves a lot more frequently. Seems like they're trying to tell us something about the new elder in the Highlands, but it's not exactly clear what they're trying to say. Tracker's out looking for them now, trying to get to the bottom of things. If she learns anything, I'll make sure you hear about it. Alright. But we're gonna have to go and... I mean, are we gonna get new information from this guy?
Pack already, huh?
Okay, apparently we are. We've identified our elder in the Coral Highlands. Abyssal Dragon Namiel. Okay. After hearing what the first Vivarians had to say, we're sure of it. Pinning that down would be a relief if everything we knew from the scant logs and reports weren't so unsettling. The creature had an eerie glow, the scene was pitch black. Drab in color, its scales bore every color of the rainbow. Don't look at me, I'm scratching my head here too, anyway. As more reports come in, something about strange light flashing up in the higher regions of the Highlands, that's gonna be it. Get your gear together and head out to the Coral Highlands once you're ready, okay. Oh, now we got a new assignment.
Identified elder dragon is in the Coral Highlands. Let's head out, but proceed with caution.
Alright, well actually, let's look at what the optional lists, the list of optional missions look like right now. Apparently there's something else, so there's Special Arena MR Coral Puge right now. Isn't that nice? Yeah, that's another thing, or that's a thing. In order to fill out all of the optional missions, for a certain tier you need to do all the special arenas for the monsters of that tier. Oh boy, here comes a Deathmaker. Oh, there's new quest, optional quest for hunting Black Veil Valhazak, I guess. That's nice. But yeah. Pretty sure it's actually up here right now because, well, just because of coincidence, but there is a quest for fighting Kushala, Master Rank Kushala in the, and Master Rank Teostra in the Elder Freezers, and I've already done both of those, but there's also separate quests in this tier for hunting Teostra in Wildspire Waste and Kushala in the Ancient Forest, and as you can see, those have yet to be completed. I'll just get to those eventually. There's also a Kirin one, which I'm pretty sure you can only ever fight Kirin in Coral Highlands, but I really don't feel like fighting Kirin at the best of times, so fuck it. Those are gonna have to wait. And then look at all the fucking special arenas that we need to complete here, that I haven't even done one of, I think. Like maybe Barioth. Does Barioth count as... Nope, not even Barioth, even though I think that's the first one that we got. Because if I were going to do a Barioth hunt to complete the weekly, that would be it, but I'm gonna take a wild guess here and keep my waterproof mantle. Let's set some decorations in the waterproof mantle, I guess. And the specialized tools. There are two... I think we're gonna go with the, you know, the super generic ones here, defense duel. And also, the ones that are, you know, that's also for water resistance. Yeah, I get the feeling, I have no idea, I'm just taking a blind guess here, but I'm guessing that Namiel is gonna be water related, based on the tracks that we gathered, so... I'm gonna be taking the Kadachi Greathawks with me, and the waterproof mantle, and knocking on wood, I guess. I need to recharge my stock of those things, and bring a max potion, because I think we're gonna be building for, elemental resistance again. Right, let's accept the assignment. Light from the Abyss. Oh boy, that looks interesting. Slay an Amiel. Information has discovered a never before seen elder dragon in the Coral Highlands. No solid info to go on other than reports of an animal's light radiating from the highest plateau. Right, let's go get some resistances from here. Which apparently doesn't deign itself to give me very much extra health, which is a shame. But not like it matters, because that's what all the extra... That's what all the extra max potions are for.
Watch yourself.
Eerie glimmer has been observed somewhere high up in the Coral Highlands, so, you know, what better place to start our investigation than the lowest possible point. Let's scout-wise, where the fuck do you want me to go? This way. If we can gather some extra tracks while we're on our way there. Apparently we're taking a ropeways, so yeah, there's literally no reason for us to start at the lower camp. Gonna be heading as high up as possible, as quickly as possible. Maybe... Are we going up to, like, the Legiana's Nest? I'm pretty sure that's basically the summit of the Coral Highlands. Look at that, it's more fucking Nergigante thorns that... Maybe Namiel is nearby as well, but for a second there I was frozen. Right here, sir. Namiel tracks, I guess. Yep, now we know where we have to go, even though I'm pretty sure we knew that already. But here, look at even more Nergigante tracks that we can't actually get any real information from. That's just there for effect. I might as well grab a few more of these snowberries. Any more Namiel tracks here? I don't even know. Apparently I missed something up there. Yep. Oh, I tried to latch onto the beetle, but for some reason it just didn't quite seem to catch my circle input there. I have to go all the way up there, we probably are. All the way up to, like, the Legiana nest. I sure do wonder what exactly we'll do there. is what I would say if I didn't pretty much already predeterminedly know the answer. If I didn't already preemptively know the answer, I'm not quite sure how to articulate that, but that's just more the fluff I say impulsively, but in truth it's not what I actually mean. Right, here we go. Footprints. Still not filled up. More footprints. Okay, now it's filled up, but we also got more fucking Nargigante thorns, which is of course serve no purpose other than giving us a little bit of a extra scratch research points, which you know, don't get me wrong, is nice, but could be better implemented. I wait for my cat to get up here, and it seems like a good time to send out a tail raider signal. Trooper saw the tail raider signal and came running, which I'm pretty sure I would need more of, need to take more advantage for anyway, because, advantage off, just because I'm pretty sure that the Coral Highlands cats are like the ones that we have the least amount of unity with, so I need to bring them along on more hunts. Let's see what this introduction is gonna be. I wonder how we were able to miss this thing being right near us. And why the camera's focusing on that for so long, but oh, it has very tiny eyes. It's apparently gonna fill this place with water somehow, even though I don't quite see how that could work. Now I guess we're gonna go down from the top of the master of the torrent has appeared. From the summit of this place down to like the place where we initiate fights with Legiana normally. Not be led astray by the song, even the elder dragons. What? Follow the trail of the elder dragons.
Hey, partner!
That was a close call. I don't know, was it? Was it really? Well, let's see that at least we still have the cat with us, but should be able to tell where Namiel is. Are we really gonna have to go all the way back up there? Oh well, whatever. Unless it's actually gonna come down here after all. I think it is gonna come down here. Which pretty much follows the same pattern as Legiana. It's just... or not, never mind, it's going further over there. I don't know where the fuck it's going, but apparently it's going much farther down than Legiana normally does. Normally goes. Apparently we can start fighting it right here, which is surprising. Hey, friendo, what's up? I have no idea what to expect from this fight, but I guess I'll find out. Okay, because it's water element, I'm guessing that it's probably a good idea to, you know, attack with electricity. Because that's usually how that works. Ooh, yeah, we're getting damage, but only if we attack in the front. Apparently the back legs are quite resistant to assault. What? I'm confused by how some of this is going. I can tell you that right now.
Clear that current. Get caught in it and you'll be helpless.
Okay, well, what do I do to get clear of that current, though? It's apparently gonna carry it with it everywhere it goes. Maybe that's how it starts here in the mushrooms, because it's easier for the little water things to pool here. I don't know. Little water eddies that it creates to pool here, yeah. Apparently it's just gonna create water wherever it goes. That's interesting. Now where did it go? Go up to where like the big open space where all of the vigor wasps are, because I guess I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to fighting it there. Kind of curious. Let's grab the mushrooms. We are researching mushrooms at the moment. Need all those sweet, sweet research points and also armor spheres, I guess. That's the other thing that we get from that. It's when I realized that I also forgot to take off the fucking modules from my equipment, so I'm sure that won't make any difference whatsoever. Yep, here it is. Is it like electrical and also water related? That's fucking weird if that's the case. I have no idea how I could have avoided that. Any part of that. Hello? Trying to, activate my power mode with the door bits yet. Don't seem to be doing much half the time. Okay, so its movements are a little bit slower than a lot of the other dragons. Just a lot of the big monsters that I'm noticing that. And maybe these electrical door blades aren't like the actual best option, because it does seem to be attacking with electricity as well as water, which is but maybe I should try attacking it with ice or something. That might work. Ice or fire would be my best guess. For the best option, but I guess I'll at least try to keep up this attack assault until either we die or it runs away again. Apparently can also like stab with its wings to electrical strikes. That's interesting. Yep. Okay, so yeah, I'm noticing that's part of its pattern here. It like spreads all these like puddles of water around, like in like what's her face from Indivisible, the Rani, and then it hits them with electricity too. Do like a follow-up activation attack. I think one of the icons that's up on the thing, well, I don't know. There's that there's like a little bit of rain that it occurs sometimes after it does one of these attacks. Oh shit. I don't know if getting hit with certain attacks from this thing is actually going to give me like an additional debuff. Like, I do have the Thunderblight thing, which means that I am easier to stun. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. That's what that does. Making a bit of a dent at least, even if I'm pretty sure this is definitely not the ideal weapon type to be attacking with. There we go. And this down at least. And notice my mantle's running out, so quite good timing, I would say. The freaking Vortex might actually be more vulnerable to damage than the head at this point, based on the big numbers that are appearing. Amiel, what? Hardcloth material, that's what that said. The other thing. Oh shit. Well, the tail raider died, rather unsurprisingly. Now it's gonna, well, just spreading more and more water next to it, and I know that it's gonna hit that shit with electricity at any moment, so. Oh shit. Okay, that I was not expecting. Most of this arena is just covered in water at this point. It's not ideal for me. Just waiting for the fucking electrical attack to just, that. I think it's coming here. I think that cleared at least part of it. Yeah, we noticed that my sharpness level is not ideal and that I have temporal mantle, but I don't know. Get the lingering sensation. Oh shit, it's paralyzed. This is actually a good time to do this. Hold on. Lingering sensation that it's going to run away at some point soon. I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen. Pretty sure I still have not gotten amount on it, which is kind of surprising considering the angles that I've been approaching from. Oh, my cat's taking a beating, but better it than me. Oh, there we go, finally. As can you shall receive, I suppose. There we go. It would be a good idea to, like, go for the wings as well, but pretty sure I'm operating at suboptimal levels here to start with, so I'll just sort out the specific details later. Shit. I figured it was gonna do a big, oh shit, it's like different now. Lost its luster, I think. I think it's actually more vulnerable now. Hold on, this is a perfect opportunity to miss whatever that description is. Yeah, probably get more blood material when you know, the thing dies anyway, but perfect opportunity to change up our thing. Let's try the ice dual blades and see if those are any better. I think I am gonna keep my waterproof mantle. I mean, if at this point I guess it would be swappable with thunderproof. Namiel footprints where? Hold on. Where did Namiel go? It's down here. It's right under me. I get the feeling that ice is definitely a better option than lightning to fight this dude. Say dude, even though I think Namiel is... pretty sure its sex is indeterminate, but Namiel sounds more like a girl name. Yeah, we're getting like much better damage numbers now. I don't know how much of that has to do with the element and how much of that has to do with the fact that it's like in this different colored state after doing that huge attack. Ooh, part's broken. That's nice. I don't even know what I broke. Maybe I broke one of the forelegs. By the looks of it, that might have been it. I'm sure it wasn't the wings or the head. Well, I'm reasonably sure it wasn't. It might have been the head. Well, I know. I've been doing plenty of, you know, localized damage to the head, and like when we toppled it before. Oh boy. Temporal mantle's out, which means we're going to pop the waterproof mantle now. Oh, it's sucking out more water. Okay, now it's got its color back. At this point I realize that I need to pop another Russian. I should have a Russian, yes. I didn't not pick up the... oh god. I did not pick up the fucking thing, did I? Or didn't even? This will be another way to say it. Free materials, free consumables from the chest. I get the feeling that that's the case. Oof, okay, so... sometimes it just shoots that jet of water like straight forward like a laser. And sometimes it doesn't. Let's try to injure the wings, I guess. If I get opportunity to... Oh boy, oh, it almost stopped it from running away. Now we did get a free slinger ammo thing. Go ahead and go back up to this camp and see if I can actually get another, those items that I just completely forget. I did indeed completely forget to pick these up. Go me, alright. Apparently, yeah, we're following a progression that's fairly similar to fighting Legiana with this thing. As far as where it goes to for its chosen purpose. Ooh. Oh shit. I don't even know if it has like a severable tail. A little bit, I wouldn't really count on it. It's like completely covered by a webbing, so it would be kind of awkward to try and damage the tail as a severable thing. Well, at least that you do get pretty, like really damn good protection against oh shit, against these big water jet attacks when you got the waterproof mantle on. That's nice. Oh shit, did I forget to sharpen? I think I did forget to sharpen. Hold on. Now is the time. Where is it? Oh, it's directly above me. That was a good time to sharpen. It pretty much just confirms that. Looks like this is a good time to pop a quick medicine. Fuck. That could have been beautiful. Oh, is it doubled again? No, it's just doing this. My waterproof mantle is done, but I think my temple mantle might be back up. Usually, nope, not quite, but almost. Usually how that works. I'm not even using like the maintenance thing to make the mantles come back up easier or faster anymore. I can definitely make do even without that. That's nice. Alright, let's head this weekend. Whole front region is weakened, I think. Oh fuck. I couldn't have avoided that. Let's go ahead and release. Everything tells me that I'm not gonna be able to do the mount, or not the mount, but the knocking it into the wall thing at this point. But guess I'm not gonna try it. Thank goodness that I have this mantle on at this precise time. Even if it just ran out. It's big fucking mantle looking webbing. It does seem to have a penchant for covering up some of the important camera angles when it's in the middle of attacking. Something that I've just kind of noticed. Bit of a tendency, you might say. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna want to keep my distance here. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit, okay. Can't really how about that, but and glad that didn't kill me. I'll try to retreat. Okay, apparently it's also going to retreat. So that I can get a free heal from absolutely everything that just happened during that encounter. Oh goodness. Damn it, where's this thing? Also, hey Samsung. Even though your message is nearly half an hour old at this point, I just noticed it. Welcome in if you're still hanging around. Welcome into my attempts at... Oh wait, I don't want to get rid of those. My attempts at getting good at parts of this game that I have absolutely no knowledge of as of yet. Which typically doesn't go over too well, but... Of course, it all depends on the situation. Let's see, is this thing back up? It probably will be back up by the time I get back to the next confrontation, which I don't know if it's going to... The health is low enough that it's going to sleep yet, but... If it is, that means I can set up a trap with the barrel bombs. I don't think it's going to sleep quite yet, unless it's like actually going to sleep. Not all the way up at the summit. No, it's definitely not asleep yet. Come on. Unless that's... I was gonna say unless it's Legiana, which it kind of looked like Legiana from that angle, but... I suppose it was not. Okay, let's see if we can mount again. If that's not going to be... reliable. Oof. Okay, this might be a bit of an annoying arena, considering how tiny this is. Apparently a big part of the shtick for this fight consists of the Elder Dragon just kind of covering as much of the arena as possible in its puddles, but... Well, apparently he managed to get a topple right away, so I'd like to take that as a good sign. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to pop the temple mantle, which I would like to. There. Okay. Pop the temple mantle only to discover that apparently he's gonna run away immediately, because I think it is probably gonna be getting close to death now. It's actually gonna go all the way up to the top now, which apparently it is, so... Guess I will keep the... I'm just gonna take this off. Have it start recharging, because I'm fairly sure that if I do that now, it will be done recharging by the time the waterproof mantle is down. Let's sneakily make our way up there, so it is going to go all the way up to the top. Let's hope it doesn't notice me so that it goes to sleep. My barrel box. Have some piercing pot, which is nice. But it doesn't look like it's going to sleep this time. I'm sure that that's what it's supposed to be doing right now. What if I go here? Maybe it's just not going to sleep. Pop the first aid medicine now. And I guess I'll watch from a distance for a bit. Yeah, something tells me it's not actually gonna go to sleep. Not as long as I'm here. Maybe it's gonna get like different... Oh shit. That's something that I've noticed. Like, when it comes to this fight, I can't quite tell if... I think you can remove the Thunderblight with Mulberry too, yeah. So this fight, when it like rears up its on its hind legs like that, I can't tell if it's like about to topple or if it's about to do that big attack, or if it's about to roar. Kinda hard to tell. Really cool dynamic to determine. Maybe that was iteration. I wasn't even mean for that. Shit. Hoping to interrupt that water spray with, you know, one of these piercing pots, but apparently that was just not me. It's back to its colorful side. I don't even know, like, what the big difference is between when it's colorful like this and when it's not. I think maybe it's more powerful, but I don't even know in what way. It's all multicolored like this. That's all. It's easily capitalized upon. That's just a quick spray that fortunately doesn't do too much damage, but also seems disproportionately difficult to dodge. Regardless of that. Goodness. Oh, the temporal mantle is back up. So that's nice. I know this thing is gonna be vulnerable to that yet, but it's more of a try if I can actually condemn it. Oh, it would help if I could actually see where on its body I am. Hold on. Try to get my health back up. It'll probably help if I try to run away. Like that. But you know, without the getting a bunch of damage in the meantime. Oh, it's actually gonna come down here and fight me. That's quite nice. It's not very nice at all. That gives me does not give me the advantage of having a completely different playing field, which is kind of the whole reason I come here. Alright, hold on. Wasn't there another material on the ground here? I guess it's just gone now. That sucks. Alright. Well, this entire arena's covered in water at this point, so... When the part I'm not even sure like how close to death this thing is. I just have to assume that it's close to death. Oop. Just because it wouldn't really make sense for it to go anywhere else. It's like the final arena for this fight. Ooh. Can't believe it's getting late in the environment, or if it's just part of the dragon effects, the darkness. Ooh. What's it doing now? Oh, it's doing a big explosion. Okay, I guess that wasn't the final phase of the fight after all. Actually going somewhere else for the final phase. I'm actually fairly surprised by that. I'd have expected every big monster that actually bothered to come all the way up there, to go all the way up there in the Coral Highlands to, you know, have that be the final phase setting for its fight. I guess stranger things have happened. I think the only two big monster fights that even take you all the way up there on this map, which are Legiana and Kirin. Both have that area as the final phase area, but of course there are exceptions for everything. Hold on. There it is. I thought I saw it limping before, but I don't see it limping now. Oh boy. I don't know if it's going to sleep or not. Doesn't seem to be doing anything other than waiting for something to show up. That's me. I don't even know if I should bother fighting it after what just happened. Like, fighting it with a mantle, I mean. And seeing how I am right next to the camp, I see no reason to even use an Olberry to get rid of this element. The cheap way out of that. It's a perfectly valid strategy, you know. You know, at this point I realize that it's been almost 40 minutes that I've spent on this mission. Which means that very soon I'll have the, if this keeps up and I manage to get much farther in this fight without actually winning, I'll get the, hey, there's only 10 minutes left in the mission warning. But yeah, this didn't initiate as an expedition, so it does have the, the regular time limit of 15 minutes. Okay, now it's limping. Before I wasn't too sure, but now I can see that quite clearly. And now it's going all the fuck way back up there. Oh well. So it's like going down there, it goes all the way down to like where the blue mushrooms are, then it goes like gradually climbs all the way up there to the summit, and then it climbs back down, and then it climbs back up. That's really fucking weird, but it makes a little bit more sense when you see that, notice that progression. I'm guessing that based on the amount of time it took me to wear it down to this state, it's probably got like, I would say about 5,000 health left tops. Probably less than that. But clearly this will be, shouldn't be too much of an issue to get done in the amount of time we have remaining. I'm surprised it hasn't given me like the 15-minute warning yet, because I'm pretty sure that's the earliest one that it's supposed to give you 15 minutes left. Alright, let's get up with the usual alarm clock. And break off a part that I guess we hadn't yet. It's probably, if you like position yourself between the hind legs, that seems like a pretty safe area to attack from, but you don't get the sweet critical damage that you get if you attack the head and the forelegs. That's a damn shame, so... I'm surprised that did not hit me. What's it doing now? Oh, I see. I think the attack that's in front of it, but not actually like AoE around it, which basically what a lot of its attacks seem to be doing, considering how it's completely surrounded itself in these freaking water puddles, and you can electrify them for a big area damage, but like right now I guess it's just gathering it near itself. this will do. That will not do quite as much. Oh shit. Okay, I thought there was gonna be another big explosion, but I guess not. I'm not even sure what determines when that happens. It was just like the water got really bright when that was about to happen, and that was the main tell, but apparently that's not necessarily not easy to tell every single time, but okay, at this point I'm really just hoping for the fight to be over animated now. Can't sincerely bring myself to believe. Yeah, there we go. That. Bring myself to believe that it has that much health left.
That's my partner.
It's my partner. This fight is gonna go down in history. Yes, one that started out in a very, very misguided way. With a weapon type that I'm pretty sure was decidedly not a good choice. Okay, Namiel Finehide is apparently the most common carve, I'm forced to assume. Namiel Hardclaw that we got from... I'm pretty sure the carves are all random though. The carves themselves are not determined by the body parts that you broke, that's only the rewards. And even then I'm pretty sure they're not 100% determined, they're more like influenced. Bathysite ore, we do need more of that. I'm sure you can only get Bathysite ore from mining outcrops in Master Rank in this map, so it's nice that we get that. So yay, 2 new Elder Dragons have been completely wiped from the records. Namiel Hardclaw, very rare. Breaking its forelegs. I guess we did that too. Large Elder Dragon notes. Hey, we got 2 of those this time. That's nice. Finehide, by carving. Yep, kind of determined that. Large Elder Dragon Bone, Conqueror Seal, Pure Dragon Blood, and a Large Elder Dragon Gem. I get the feeling that we missed some potential actual rare materials that we could have gotten from this fight, but hey, it's the first ever time, and hey, we didn't even faint. I'm sure that we fainted at least once in this mission, but I guess that shows what I know. Namiel Research reached level 2. New decor is available for your room. And, Troopers... I don't know, maybe we have a... I think we might actually have lower unity with the Boa Boa, but that's to be expected considering that... that they're, you know, the newest faction of tail readers that we can ally ourselves with. Alright, we got a new Elder Dragon that's been demolished. Trail of Elder Dragons along across the New World leads the Hunter to the Coral Highlands where a new species cloaked in water awaits. After an arduous battle, the Hunter returns to Celiana triumphantly also. Might as well go ahead and... Well, I tried to screenshot it, I don't know if it worked. Because I'm pretty sure you only ever see those loading screens once.
I'll go first then, shall I? After investigating the locations of the song, we discovered something of a pattern. These are the locations in chronological order.
Pattern? It looks a bit random to me.
Just hold on a minute now. Let me add the locations of the seismic action.
A spiral? It's following the Everstream.
Of course. So it's been moving along the trails of energy emanating from the Everstream.
Well, just for good measure, how about we tack on that Elder Dragon data that the Fifths collected?
Yes, sir. Here's where the Elder Dragons first became active.
Amazing. Looks like our teamwork's paid off. So, what's next?
It's more like, what does this tell us in the first place?
Well, we've discovered a remote island by following the line of the spiral mapped out here.
What do you know? It's like the one part of the map on the left side that hasn't been filled out yet by the scraps.
If we also take into account when the Elder Dragons first began to appear, then this must be the location of the old Everworm.
Now,
Oh boy.
we know little about this island. If we go, we'd need to steel ourselves for what may be the greatest challenge we've ever faced. So, what do you all think?
Do you even have to ask?
Full steam ahead!
Agreed.
I know you're concerned for our safety, Commander, but we're ready. We've been ready. And besides, we don't have any other options.
That settles it then. We'll send the 5th Fleet, our greatest hope. And Right now, we need hope more than ever.
Chief, we'll need your leadership too. I wouldn't trust anyone else to get us back safely.
These drastic changes to the environment might eventually snowball into something irreversible. We need to do something before that happens.
We'll give the 5th Fleet our full support. Begin preparations for departure.
Yes, sir! It's all up to you two now. I'll be sitting this one out, but I still expect to hear all about it when you get back.
5th Fleet, come to me once you're ready. All right, everyone, let's get to it.
Alright then. Does that mean that we're actually up to the real, for reals endgame of,
Let's board the airship and make for the old Everworld.
for reals endgame of Iceborne now, I wonder. Our center. I can make enduring surrender now, which I'm pretty sure is the super high grade version of the pure dragon element dual blades, but I don't think those are great as well as general you know, non-elemental damage, so maybe I'll save that. Save my Elder Dragon Bones for later, but I will figure it out. Whoever is resident waiting on Origin Isle will still wake up in the morning and go about our day here. Eat, work, sleep. It's a good thing that's being alive. Also, more reports. Mining outcrops. Tempered monster hunt. Here we got the gold Wyverian print from the limited stuff. Still need to hunt one more Master Rank Bird Wyvern and Barioth. I don't think that Barioth is definitely not a Bird Wyvern. I think it's a Flying Wyvern. If we do those things, we'll be able to get a King Armor Sphere. Which isn't really as good as like the Celestial Wyverian print. That would be like the main thing. Elder Dragon Culling. I guess we'll put that on there. 500 research points and 4 hard armor spheres. We also got new decor for our room. I wonder what that could be about.
Carefully.
We'll have a good long look at the cause of all these effects and come back safe. I'm getting hurt now. World Puki and Namiel has been updated. Let's see. Let's look at the Namiel thing now. Well, after this, I guess. Namiel, let's see. Elder Dragon coated in water and able to freely control lightning. It's a pretty interesting mix. Unique organ allows it to pump electricity into the pools of water it creates, causing massive bursts of steam. Emitting water causes its coating to decrease and it becomes vulnerable when dry. Use bright moss and other slinger fire to remove any nearby sources of water. You can do that. Well, now I know, I guess. We need to pack bright moss whenever we... This dude. Physiology, it's weak to fire, dragon. It's apparently much weaker to fire than it is to ice. That's interesting. And blast and poison. So the fire poison dual blades would have been the best choice there, but well, now I know. I don't think we got Namiel Whisker from it. I think we might have... I don't even remember if we got Fellwing. I don't think we did. Oh, any materials that we're missing from that would be Whisker and Fellwing and probably some other... Mantle? Possibly, I don't even know. Like the new species of Elder Dragon have unique materials to them. They probably do. Let's see. So we got the research center, we got the ecological research, we got the Argo seat. I also want to take a quick look at the blacksmith to see anything new we might have unlocked there. Let's see. Alright, decent enough, I guess. Even if most of these are just like generic high rank materials, I guess we can probably... Read Hornfly, sure, don't know if I do. Cryosac, Lightning Sac, and Monster Solid Bones. Some of these are actually better, and yet that's somehow the least expensive bundle. Let the Sapphire Star guide your way. Let's see. What new armor can be forged now? We can forge Namiel armor, which looks like this. Oh boy. It's interesting. The beta version looks like mostly the same, except we get like a weird, even more Final Fantasy type looking hood in the back of our head. like a blue wig. And again, this was like a black wig with. That reminds me of fucking the female Inkling hair from Splatoon. At that point. There's a black veil hassack, which is it's kind of similar to. Kind of looks like a wedding gown almost. Kind of similar to the regular Valhassa gear, except that, you know, it's white instead of black. Oh, and yeah, ironically, I'm pretty sure that the regular Valhassa gear does cover your head with a veil. But the one that has a veil in the name doesn't have that veil. Oh yeah, I forgot. We need to also check the weapon upgrades. Which is actually what I'm more interested in, being honest here. For instance, what do we get when we look here? Death row. Oh, we can make the highest possible dragon element high elder seal things with this. If we use the Namiel hard claws and get another ebony Odegaard lash, so potentially we could have made that already if we could have made that right now if we had the Odegaard lash, but I guess we don't. We could also make stripping shears, which apparently have a pretty high paralysis element and pretty high damage, but we need a Valhazak Hardclaw and acidic Lavinus mantles, so and other acidic Lavinus materials. And we need to awaken the element, it's not gonna just be there, so it could be better. I wonder if we can, like, if we were to find a master rank Kirin, we could like find out what the materials are for the better version of the Kirin bolts plus. Maybe, potentially. I think that could be the case, but eh. I guess we'll just keep relying on whatever weapons we have right now. Let's bring some mega barrel bombs. Let's bring a max potion. Can. Let's check the sell items, which be able to look at a little more carefully now. I can sell the one golden egg that we got from the weekly to get our money right there. So I'm getting a bunch of these like trading items from like bandit mantle items from the Patago thing, the fucking plunder blade. But it's not really that great. Consider that I'm pretty sure that if you're geared up for mostly survival, what you want is a choral orchestra. But let's see, which weapon and which artifact shall I use for? We're gonna go with the Vitality Mantle, and this time I will remember to remove the fucking effluvia decorations from the set. As usual, I will replace that with something else, like what? I don't remember what I had here before. Was that like really expert jewel? No, it was not. It clearly was not. Might have been the part breaker thing. And I was like a mixture of recovery up and part breaker. That might have been it. But if I want something else now. Back boost, measurements, I satiated. I already have that thing from the free meal thing from one of our armor pieces, though. Good resistor and expert, more critical eye. And of course remove one of the other ones in favor of where's the other miasma jewel that we equipped? There it is. The grinder jewel, which we need to get easier. I think we'll just leave it like that. And there we go. The freaking Vitality Mantle already has a couple of things equipped. Yeah, it does. Bring those things, and as for our weapons, I wonder. Could keep the Blissariaths, could keep the... I think we're gonna bring the Wyvern Lovers just as It's because you have the double elements. Well, we have this equipped right now, at least. And we'll go talk to this guy again, I wonder. That's going to do. So he's gonna unlock the assignment. The time has come. Be ready when you board that ship. All our work's led up to this. Our investigations all point to this spot, but I still don't know a thing about what's waiting there for us. If you have any doubts about whether you're prepared, any concerns about your gear, take care of them now. What to say though, those Nargigante tracks you and the Admiral found in the Reach are worrisome. We don't know where it is or what it's after, but we have to focus on the old Everworm for now. Are we ready to say the word? Well, I think we can say the word now. Get aboard. Hard to Astera. I mean, we're not going to Astera and do the mission in Astera. Hey. Are we? But guess we're accepting the quest just like that. Alright. Getting a quest from the actual team leader instead of the handler or the board. That's different. Well, let's see how this plays out, because we're in Astera.
This old Everworm, from what we know, has the power to obliterate ecosystems from their very foundation. It's able to use the Everstream to travel underground, and no one knows when and where its influence will be felt. Worst case, if this thing really does exist, we must stop it no matter the cost. We don't know what's going to happen out there, but I do know that we will not fail.
Meanwhile, we have no voice.
Look at her. Fixed her up nice.
It's the very first prototype airship. The one we built when we first arrived. The other ones were dismantled. But this one survived. I'm happy. This old girl is getting a second chance at life.
You're really staying?
Well, it was our job to open the path. Their job is gonna be to finish it. Honestly, I'm just happy we were the trailblazers.
Finish the path.
All right. Suit yourself.
Hey!
Take this with you.
No. It's yours, and we're going together. This may be a 5th Fleet assignment, but your master left you something to find. If you don't chase that truth, then it will be lost forever. Come with us.
Well, the Commission ordered us old-timers to sit this one out. But personally, I think you need to go.
And we can't have you getting in trouble while they're gone, huh?
Uh-huh.
All right. Fine. Let's go.
Alright then. Guess we're making Research Base 2.0, or Skies of Arcadia 2.0.
It's real.
There it is. Just as
take us down.
So where are we gonna land this thing? And wait, do they go to the pan?
Everworm is here, huh? There's no telling what'll happen, so stay on your toes.
Well, I got a feeling, but yeah, but let's go ahead and eat first, cause let's go with yeah, the fish platter. Why not? Go with base defense boost. This looks pretty remarkably similar to, you know, certain parts of the vanilla game. I get a bit of a feeling for what I'm gonna encounter here. What could this place be? Could it be the Keyblade Graveyard? Could it be something else entirely? Oh boy. Yeah, this doesn't look ominous at all. This doesn't look Dark Soulsy at all. This will be a laugh. Oh no, it's it's our bestest friend in the world.
What's it doing here? Why does it seem like there's something off about it?
Oh, but it's not just Nargigante, it's Ruiner Nargigante.
Get rid of it somehow, partner.
Well, we know exactly what to do to get rid of it. Need to fucking murder it, but... Like, straight rid of Nargigante, I'm pretty sure that's, no, easier said than done. Why the fuck didn't you... Okay, I was gonna say, why the fuck didn't I activate one of those mantles? But apparently there is no actually good explanation for that. Anyway. I get the feeling this is gonna be a repeat performance of the regular Nergigante fight from the vanilla game. That is kinda gonna be a big roadblock for, or potentially big roadblock for the one who's just starting in this mode. Oh, Crystal Burst. For all I know, the poison is gonna be a good idea for this, but I didn't even know. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do anything more, or if we're basically forced to stay on this tiny open arena for the entirety of this fight. It's looking like that's certainly has the potential to be the case. I'm trying to remove this. There we go. Next time, I will try to grab this first, because I'm pretty sure that's within my interest. What's he doing? Yes. Kind of figured that whatever that wind up, or whatever that animation was, is going to be a wind up for something. I guess the, you know, good old strategy of don't be directly in front of it seems to be paying off. Shit. Somewhat. It was good while it lasted. I'll just have the max potion. How about it, because we're gonna be needing that in just a second, I suspect. I don't know how, Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Kinda figured that that big dramatic roar was gonna be like, boarding for something, but... Wasn't quite sure what. Oh shit, okay. And, you know, as much as I'm hitting it with the fire and poison blades, don't know how much, how effective this... Shit, okay. I thought it was gonna do more damage, so it's like gonna be a potential one-hit, like, one-hit KO, like the fucking dive that Red Gigante does. that can pretty much one-shot. Oh shit, well, I might be dead because I can't move. I think I might be dead here. Shouldn't really have avoided that since I was completely unable to move there. But hey, now that we know that it's Nargigante and not anything else, let's try to rethink our strategy. I don't think poison is gonna be that great. I think I'm gonna change my Palico equipment to it from the Carl Orchestra to the Shield Spire. That's generally a better thing to bring for Nergigante encounters. Let's try attacking with the Kadachi Greythawks, the electrical weapons. That helps us, and also, of course, pack another... Let's pack 2 more of these max potions right away. I get the feeling that we might just end up scraping all these by the skin of our teeth. Oh, free meals all around. We'll dive in now. And come up with our own surprise dive. Oh, I tried to do the hit, it just wouldn't come out in time. I don't know how effective it would be, but I'd imagine that if it were effective, it would be right now, like at the fight's onset, or this encounter's onset, I mean. There we go. I'll just focus fire on the head, I guess. Not particularly concerned with anything other than trying to get this fucker to die at this point. We can worry about the details later, at later encounters. Thought that would be harder to dodge. I'm going to be entirely honest here. I thought that wouldn't counter the hitbox, but I'm being entirely honest here. Giving some mixed signals. Oh, hold on. Material? Yeah, we don't get a material. I don't know when that dropped. I forgot the fucking Shield Spire causes the wacky waving inflatable thing to appear. That's actually quite good for, you know, rerouting their Gigantus attacks. Or as long as it lasts, which is not very long. Hey, it looks like we managed to actually run out the freaking Temporal Mantle. That just what's it doing? It's not like an AoE, no, it's just like something that it launches forward. Oh shit, gotta topple again. I'm in a good position right now. I'm gonna start skipping time. Okay, so it like sticks one of its wings down into the ground like that. Okay, I would like to retreat on here this time, but I don't know if it's gonna be possible at all. Hey cat, I don't know why the fuck you're not taking advantage of your shield spire things that you can do. I'd also like to find some kind of a cover here, but I don't know if that's gonna be possible at all either. I'll cover just so that I can... Oh, okay, that somehow hit me. That somehow was directed at me. Come on. Waiting for the thing to read my inputs. Hey, did it manage to resharpen and not die? That's nice. Dude's kinda tired now. Oh shit, what? Just like maybe it swings repeatedly in and out of the ground now. Oh, I was trying to get on the head, but I suppose that went as well as could be expected. Can't really dodge that when he decides to do a full body bomb rush. Can't really avoid damage there unless you're you got the fucking temple mantle on. Oh, try to do the thing and just doesn't come out in time. Trying to escape now. Of these. Fuck. I couldn't really have a word of that. There we go. Jesus Christ. Alright, I don't know what the fuck I broke, but I'm really surprised that it finally managed to let me do what I've been trying to do for like 3 times in a row at this point. I don't know what I did different that time. Only apparently I got 2 doubles in a row, so isn't that decently nice? Nicely decent. It's really not a great arena for this fight, I can tell you that. Like, this is just really not a great arena for any fight, honestly. It's a little too one-sided, you might say. Apparently it really doesn't care about my about the slinger thorns either. Just shrugs those off. Okay. Hey, another mount. How nice. That was quick. I did care about the slinger thorns, I guess. In a way. At least I got my sharpness back. Oh, here we go. Yet another toggle. Well, apparently I'm getting rid of some thorns, even if I have no idea why the fuck the horns are still not broken. It's kind of... I assume that they can be broken, and that's kind of what I've been aiming for this entire time, but apparently that's just not to be. Evacuate the inflatable catch. Oh shit. I thought it had way more health than that, but I guess I'll take it. Definitely wasn't expecting that to be over that quickly. But hey, I guess, look at good things in the face, or whatever. How the fuck did I spend like more than 40 minutes on the previous hunt and yet this one only took 15 minutes? Some things in life are not very explicable, but hey. I'll take a screenshot of me with the freaking wacky waving inflatable guy. I don't know. Accept praise. Fuck. Take a bunch of pictures, just like at the press showing for this. I did it. I killed Nurg and I have a wacky waving inflatable cat behind me too. Mark my victory with all the glory that it can possibly convey. I've reached Master Rank 22. What does that mean? Oh, that's the only news that I get, I guess. I didn't even get a results thing where I get materials. That's literally the only thing they tell me. That's fucking weird. Does it even count as a regular quest? Or maybe they're gonna be showing me that after this. Which would make it strange that they told me the master rank going up before that, though.
Any injuries?
Gather yourself. It's definitely here.
The song.
Yeah, we were kinda led to believe that there was gonna be the big final confrontation with the songster dragon or whatever. Instead we got fucking Nurg. Oh boy. And apparently whatever else is here just took Nurg. Why isn't I just making this entire thing crumble?
This is something too big for us to take on. We gotta escape. Retreat now. Seriously?
Understood.
I'm with her, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Don't worry about her. She can handle herself. I know. I've been her partner this whole time. Believe me, she's the only one who can do this. She's a master hunter of the 5th Fleet. The best we have.
Make sure you get a good look at that thing. And you better come back in one piece.
I guess we're just going with this fucking comic book nonsense. It's actually gonna be leading from one fight directly to the other, is that why? Like one of the... Jeez. Is that why the fucking Nurg fight was over so quickly? The fuck is this thing? Is that a big stone golem? Is that like one of the fucking giants from Castlevania Lords of Shadow? 'Cause it's kinda looking like that at this point. Oh, here it is. Begin quest Paean of Guidance. We discovered unknown. Oh, we got unknown. Also, I'm definitely wanting to, or feeling like I definitely should have been able to refresh my equipment or change my equipment before this, but I guess we're fucking doing this right now. Gonna have to deal with whatever it is that we decided to bring to this place and let that be the thing that carries us to the end. Getting wherever the fuck this huge stone golem is. Well, I sure am glad that we have the shield spire right now and that I'm not being the target of those big hits. That would be very obnoxious. It's pretty obnoxious trying to hit this thing, but I'm pretty sure at this point the best option to, try and do damage to this big fucker would be explosion element, but... Oh, there we go. Apparently we can get a little bit better damage if we try to hit the underside of the chin or whatever that is. But shockingly, it doesn't seem to have a very big, very well-defined weak points. So it seems to be, pretty... Oh shit, never mind. Pretty slow, but then it did that. Very slow and pretty kind of a clumsy and limited in its range, and then it decided to use its huge fucking stone wing thingies. Yeah, I kind of figured that by myself. Thank you, handler. Question mark rock from the unknown. Oh shit! It's actually like making sand and. Oh shit! What? Did you get paralyzed? If my fucking particles early just paralyzed it. I guess we're attacking, concentrating fire on this fucking on the back because I guess we don't really have any better option at this point. Broke something. Got the camera. And I can't believe the sound was actually, or the sound was actually vibrations this whole time. It's almost as if sound and vibrations have more a clearer connection than a lot of people realize. I get the feeling that they might be actually taking it easy on us with this encounter. After that, just because we were thrown right into this with no break after the Nergigante fight. We might not even end up killing this thing on this encounter. Oh, breaking parts. I guess it's breaking off the rocks and exposing more of like the sand and gravel beneath. Looks like that might be the case right now. And this might be like the first encounter that we have against fucking, what's it called? Volcana. Which just to repel it. Oh shit. Well, let's try to... Oh shit, it's actually staggered. You can actually see that even if the animations are different. Or harder to discern, I would say. Maybe not so much different as, yeah, harder to discern. Definitely got very slow deliberate movements, but I'm guessing that he has shit ton of health like fucking Sanojiva, assuming that this is the actual final boss. But I'm assuming too that even if it's the actual final boss, much like Sanojiva, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be the toughest enemy in this whole thing. It's introduced. Gonna have like a shit ton of health, and that's the main thing about it. Right? I think, based on my observation of this attack from the last time I did it, just gonna like do a couple laps back and forth, and then it's just gonna return to its other pattern. Oh, it was actually changing after the... Wait, what? I somehow got hit by that and it did that much damage. Just for that, I'm fucking wounding your face. Well, never mind. Continuous remaining 2. Okay, so this is like a separate set of continuous at least. Why don't we try a... as much as it fucking hurts me to do this, why don't we go back to the classics that we started this whole game mode with Defender Chainsaws. It's got pretty shitty attack and pretty shitty element build up compared to everything else that we have right now, but... Let's eat. We should have the opportunity to eat right now, right? Yeah. Let's do fish platter like always and fill up the rest of our stamina with the ration and fill up the rest of our health with the max potion. Couple rations, which is exactly what we have, so that's nice. And hopefully this time I don't die. Is there something here? There's a hitching post. I guess we need to take the hitching post. You know, just like with Xenojiva. A pattern has been identified. Oh shit. Don't keep breaking parts. I guess I must be doing something right. Yep, at least with the explosion I am breaking parts a little bit quicker now. Okay, so it's doing like a big staggered rising its head up out of the sand. That counts as a big attack. Right? I guess we're just tearing away at the big stone outer layer to find out what's really gonna be inside. It was staggered for a second there, but it looks like we might have lost our chance. Now, I'm kind of wondering if we were too... Can't see shit. Because I don't need to see shit. This particular moment. If we were to cling onto its face and do this, would it actually have an effect? Apparently it would. That's interesting. That actually is effective even to this giant thing. I was not expecting that, I'll tell you what. Well, it wasn't really that effective. This time though, just because... It needs to be, it doesn't run very far, so it needs to be like right next to the wall for that to actually work. At least in its current state of... Oh dear, yep, right. Oh fuck, oh, I can't really dodge if I get staggered with the tremor stagger. You know, therein lies the thing. Shit. Did it just smash its head into the ground that time? Okay, this is a big opening, I guess. It's getting a little bit faster as we like peel more of its armor off, which makes sense. Oh, it's gonna do the double steamroll kind of thing, isn't it? Yep. Oh shit. Time to fucking try to weaken your head. And apparently be somewhat effective at that. Oh shit. It looks like most of the time you're off trying to avoid damage by like staying right under it. Or behind it. You know, either or. Seems to be a pretty decent choice at this moment. You're only just now noticing this. We're pretty much just peeling off all of this big stone armor that it has. Oh shit, it's actually paralyzed again. Well, I can't get over to the front of it now, but I guess I'll just attack this side of it. I'll have to get enough. Should really remove this mantle, shouldn't I? Shortly after this combo. Ooh. Yeah, that's a big attack. I didn't raise up on the sun like that. Ooh. Oh, damn. Alright, its attention is diverted, so I think this is the perfect opportunity for me to... What? Okay, that's a new move. I need to sharpen again. I had enough that I can do that, thank you. Okay, so that's one move where it's not necessarily a good thing to be right under it. I guess there are exceptions. Oh shit. Didn't realize that's, you know what move that was. Easy to avoid that move if you catch it not right at the beginning when it starts doing it, but later on. Ugh. Not good. It's hard to tell when it's fucking legs. Oh, wait. Legs all reared up like that. How it's actually gonna hit. Ugh. Ooh. Wonder how long this fight's gonna take too. Hope not too long. Hope not. Oops. I do remember the Synergy fight, which I've been bringing up. Oh, what the fuck?
Just its shell?
You're telling me. Speaking of Synergy, now that actually looks like a fitting follow-up. This is looking very Synergy, but not quite the same. I can't tell what the fuck that was for a bit. It was attacking my cat. I just don't be in front of it, or don't be in the front side of it. Still seems to be a pretty good kind of a rule of thumb for this. Oof. I realize only quote-unquote only about 15 minutes into this. Oh, just like rocks falling. I can't even see because it's a little bit hard to see anything above you from this perspective. Oh shit, okay, he can also attack underneath itself with those weird, fucking wing claws that it has. That was a very Dark Souls kind of sweet move. Okay, now eat again. Actually, I don't know how far from... Apparently quite far, but... gives me a little bit of time to dodge. Oh shit. Actually does when we retracts those back towards its center. That's interesting. Okay, I really don't know how long I can realistically expect this to last if this is gonna be like Iceborne's energy there. Freaking... I told you not to hold us back before. Oh fuck. It's got some very interesting moves though, but so far I'm digging it. Seems like it's at least pretty reasonable. So far I would definitely say that I'm having more fun with this than I did with the Senadilla fight, particularly mentioning. Probably cut that tail if I had to imagine, you know, if it's like the Senadilla tail, even if it's not as long as the Senadilla tail. Okay, there we go. Toppled big dude. Let's just get a few cheap shots on the head now, I guess. And we broke the left foreleg. That's nice. Should be a cue for me to sharpen the leg. I'm in for the right foreleg this time. Oh, that had a lot of range. A lot of outright range, it seemed. The other foreleg already too, that's nice. I guess we're gonna focus attacks on the head again for a little bit. So I've been noticing those that you know, once the giant shell of rocks falls off, it seems to have a bit of a harder time trying to trigger the explosion to actually happen. I can try to weaken the head or weaken the, you know, the weird tentacles, winged tentacles. I don't know if the hind legs are even breakable, but sometimes they are the only part that seems like it's actually vulnerable. She apparently just completely focused on the shield spider big cat at this point. Right now, we get a pretty good opportunity at attacking those wing tentacles that it shoots all those with. Can't like rotate it, can we? Can we actually do this and have it be effective? No, I guess that's a no. Maybe that was a yes. Maybe that's actually what it did. That would make a very strange sort of sense. Oh shit, did we break through there? Actually, just break the head. That's kind of incredible. We're kind of stuck in this little nook here now, so we'll just combo a few times like this. Right hand. Yeah, I guess we're broken the head and the forelegs. Oh shit. I'm sinking in the sand. I guess we might be looking at this long enough in this phase that we're changing up the attack patterns now. So, okay, so try not to be near the sand, totally not to be sunken in the sand when it's doing this, because... Yeah. Oh, for love fuck, it's just creating more and more sinking sand. Oh shit, it's got crazy eyes now. I don't think it had those before. Oh, Jesus. Nope. Okay. See, at least I can... Oh was gonna say, at least I can see those coming, but then I'm pretty sure I died to a crazy hitbox, so that I wouldn't necessarily agree with. Alright, let's just pop the max potion. I guess now that we're done with the fucking outer shell, we can change our weapon once again. I don't know what's gonna be good against electricity, I don't know. It's gonna give me tons of, I guess maybe this one will. Tons of elemental damage and tons of base damage as well. I guess that's a good choice. And go ahead and one of these all stakes, just one. And refill that as well. This is an interesting piece of music that you can't hear at all during the fight because it's completely... No, it's very... Oh, for fuck's sake. We're so... apparently so wasted away that the well-done steak couldn't even fill up our stamina all the way up. Yeah, this is a very oddly muted piece of music that you can't hear at all during the fight because it's completely drowned by everything else. Take the hitching post. I get the feeling that now that we have higher base damage, that's gonna be quite helpful at trying to finish this fucker off. Oh, for fuck's sake. This might be the final phase of it, because it's got crazy ice and it feels like it's just attacking a lot more aggressively now. It's got bigger attacks that have apparently zero fucking wind-up, like that one. I can't move, I'm stunned. Sheer chance that you know, the spread of that attack happened to not hit me there. I'm just gonna try to stay away from those tentacles, because I get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, you might actually be able to break those, but the risk doesn't necessarily seem like it's really worth it. It's like it's got a bunch of different patterns now with its tentacle-based attacks. Beam-based attacks. Oh shit. Is this gonna be like an AoE or is it... It wouldn't really make much sense for it to be an AoE if it did it right after teleporting. And it apparently just damaged me with that roar, that's kind of special. I'm just gonna hang back here between the hind legs and try to hit as much as possible. I kind of want to attack the front legs more just because, you know... Oh shit. I'm sure they take more damage, but... Oh, 2 hits in a row could only have a bit of those. And now I'm completely stuck in the sinking sand, which there's apparently no escape. Come on, I'm trying to heal up again. Trying not to go into the sinking sand and trying to get damage in on this guy. Getting as close to death as possible, but doing all these things at once gets a little tricky. I don't know how vulnerable these spike legs are, but they're evidently not working. At this point it's about avoiding the risk. It's about realizing that I think I used up my extra chances already, so... Oh shit. Don't really have a lot of room for error, all things considered. Fuck. Far back is there's this thing. Does that big beam attack knock it? That's what I'm wondering. Oh shit, it's too late. Just blow up the sand attack. I didn't even realize that until it was... Unfortunately, a little bit vulnerable to that. Oh no. Oh, can't move right now. Trying to make it to where I'm behind it. There we go. Sounds like a big explosion, I guess. Can't dodge this. Right. I just keep on marking it right now because if I do die at this point, I'm gonna be very salty. But if I actually lose the quest at this point, I'm gonna be very salty. At this height, better not be stunned. Okay. Seriously? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Can't really have avoided the second part of that attack that just like followed timed exactly so I can't escape. That's not very good. Now look at that. You would think that at that precise positioning I wouldn't be vulnerable to that, wouldn't you? But apparently not. Well, now what happens? This is the first fucking... This is actually the first Iceborne monster that I haven't been able to beat on the first attempt. I would like to remark upon that. That counts Ruiner Nergigante. So what the fuck do we do now? Time to find out.
Let's board the airship and make for the old Everworm.
Research, how is the furry? Well, let's look at the ecological research. Shall we? Monster field got updated with unknown. Only with unknown? We also have a Ruiner Nergigante here. Countless battles have only hardened this Nergigante variant in order to healing its spikes grow tougher as it loses health somehow. It attacks with white and black spikes, but it also possesses metallic spikes that do not regrow. Break them to greatly reduce the monster's lethality, but they do. Really? Metallic spikes that do not regrow. Like on its back or in its the places where it spikes. Or usually like on its legs and its tail. I did not notice that. Oh well. Also got unknown somewhere, maybe. I don't think unknown is showing up on the thing yet, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to. Like I'm hoping, I am guessing, I am saying it. This better fucking be the case that if we go back into the thing, accept pain of guidance. Yeah. We're gonna be right up against the. Gonna be fighting Big Boy immediately and not having to kill Nergigante again. Oh wait. I go with this one. Skill, I don't know. I'm actually gonna be taking a break before I attempt that again. I'm gonna be waiting right here. I might as well check my items now. Yeah, we're good. I'll take care of this later, but yeah, I'm gonna be taking a break because that's kind of ridiculous. So I'll probably be back in. So. And we will be attempting that probably final boss again, even though I don't think that's the end of the game, is what I've heard, but please stand by as we get no music because you can just be regaled by the music from the game, so if I can reasonable amount of time. I'd like to say a few minutes, but I honestly don't know. But I will be back for this. You can be assured of that, so I'll see you then.